Like you're like me, you're in stealth mode too because it's 6 a.m., right?
It's 6 a.m.
Where are you?
I'm downstairs in my house.
And you're using your indoor voice.
Yeah, or maybe just my 6 a.m. voice.
Right, right. Is your
Actually,
fam is your
oh,
family still asleep?
uh, my kids and my brother are asleep. My wife is at the gym for 6 a.m. class.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, she's there.
Because when we scheduled you, I know it was last minute, and Susan said, "Hey, can you come at 6 a.m.?" I'm like, "There's no way this dude's gonna do 6 a.m. He's West Coast like me." And you're like, "No problem." I'm like, "Holy shit."
Dude, 6 a.m. is kind of the best time.
All right, now we know. Adam Neiffer, 6 a.m.
6 a.m. anytime.
CrossFit Fort Vancouver.
Heck yeah.
I just read you guys de-affiliated because you don't want to pay the extra fee. No, I'm joking. How many years have you guys been an affiliate?
Oh, 14. We're we're just about at 15 actually. We're yeah, we'll be at 15.
God, you're awesome. The drama-free, chugging along, killing it, making people better gym, CrossFit Fort Vancouver.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah,
Go
my
ahead.
my voice is gone. We hosted our the CrossFit Fort Vancouver Championship this weekend,
Mhm.
and it's a competition that we do at the gym. It's amazing. It's 11th year that we've done it, and so yeah, my voice is getting fully recovered still.
Hey, dude, tell me about that. By the way, your newsletter is beautiful. You sent me your newsletter yesterday so I could get some of the nitty-gritty details about what we're gonna talk about today, which is nuts.
It's epic. It's awesome.
Nuts. I can't believe someone said, "Hey, dude, you got to get Adam on about this race." I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Who cares about a race? But I like Adam, so I invite him on anyway. And then I read the details. I'm like, oh my, they weren't joking. So we're gonna get to that in a second. But tell me, let me set the stage for some people. How many years have you been to the games
I,
as an athlete?
as an athlete, 10.
10 years. And then you had obviously one of the greatest to ever do it, Justin Medeiros as a athlete. You have Ellie Turner as an athlete. You have Trista Smith as an athlete. And don't you have some young man who has games aspirations also there?
Adam McAdams, yeah, but he's actually not young. He's he's like 30. He's an old guy in the CrossFit sport, but he is.
Oh,
Yeah, he made
okay.
it to semifinals for his first time last year.
Awesome. Crazy.
Yeah,
And then also you have 100-pound weight loss stories that have come out of your gym.
yeah,
Yeah, nuts. And you've been around forever. I've seen you at events as long as I've been around. Like you're a staple in the community.
man, the CrossFit's changed my life, man.
And and your father?
Yeah, 2 girls.
Any more coming?
Not nothing planned. No, no, sir.
Like any of them are. Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
And now, okay. So tell me about this championship thing. This is you guys do like a competition that's just your gym.
Man, the championship. It's I'm biased. I think it's the coolest competition out there.
Okay.
It started in, man, I think 2012 or 13, and the initial idea was regionals at that time. I think were so unique and so incredible, but they only happen once a year. And you remember at the end of regionals, everybody was just on this high that was undescribable. And we were like, why don't we do this more often? And so we went to
By that you mean get the community together, affiliates showing up in their shirts. It had a really festive feel to it. I'm thinking specifically about Del Mar, California.
yep, 100%. We hadn't been to Del Mar yet. We were still in the Northwest region at
Okay.
that time, but very similar. And
Kids and families and people jumping rope and hugging and bumping into friends you hadn't seen in 10 years. It was cool.
dude, but also savage high level competition, right?
Yes.
It wasn't
Yes.
like, I mean, there was like, you know,
Serious as a heart attack for some people.
yeah. So we went up to like Rory Zambard and Emily Carruthers and Kevin Simons and some of the top athletes from regionals, and we were like, hey, do you guys want to do a competition before the season starts as a partner competition, just to get that regional group together
Mm.
to kick off the season and have a good time? And they were like, heck yeah, let's do it. So when we started it, it was an invitational for any regional athlete from the Northwest region. to come compete. And the first several years, it was awesome. It was high level. It was like Cole Sager's first competition. Sam Quant came up and he competed. Early
How
on.
could it be Cole Sager's first competition if you had to be a regional athlete? Could other ways of qualifying too?
Yeah, I don't know if Cole. I might have said that wrong. Cole Sager's first competition that he won.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he
Fair
got
enough, but early. He was a baby.
Yeah, it was cool. Those guys competed up here, and then as the sport of CrossFit grew, somewhere I don't know, 5-6 years later, we were like, hey, let's invite masters athletes, let's invite scaled divisions, and so it's grown from there, and now it's scaled and RX divisions. We used to host it. I think the biggest it got was like 300 athletes at the Clark County Event Center at the fairgrounds, and then the last time we did it there was January 2020. And then from then on, we started hosting them in the gym. And so that's where we're at now. And it's, man, it's so fun. There's a lot of athletes, of course, from our gym, but also local athletes from around the area that just come together. And we try to give them an experience that is really high level, professional, like the CrossFit Games. Obviously, it's not the CrossFit Games, but if you're a scaled division athlete, like, man, you are hopefully treated just like the top athletes anywhere in any competition, the way it's ran.
Hey, next year, if you're going to do it and you'd like some extra eyeballs or publicity on it, please let me know and come on before. I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to support that. I love the fact that you're doing it in your box. It's cool.
It's so fun. Yeah, I love it'll be almost the same weekend, like middle of December.
Hey, how much is that expensive? Does that break the bank? Does that scare you? It sounds expensive.
No, we used to run it a lot bigger. I would say that this year the costs were probably around 15,000 to put it on, and the revenue was probably I gotta look at it, but probably 4,000 or 5,000 above that. And anything extra goes to we have something called the Way Foundation. So anything above breaking even goes to the foundation, and we've never lost money on the competition.
On a grand.
Yeah.
To fucking watch a football game, and shit can get crazy. So I could only imagine doing something like this and it being scary. That's why I asked.
Yeah. I was watching this weekend, and it's like, man, some of those judges on the floor have been judging there for 10 years. Some of the volunteers, like the 2 volunteer leads, it's their 11th time doing it. It's not. So we've had some practice, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Hey, did you see that? Are you friends with Austin Stack?
Yep. Austin Stack, cool. He was one of the original competitors in Sevan.
Okay. Did you know that he's a performance coach over at Mayhem now?
I knew he went out there. Yeah, because he used to be in our area. He was a Northwest guy, Southern Oregon.
He lives there. He lives there. He moved to Cookville.
I don't know where
I saw it in his Instagram profile, and I was tripping. I was like, holy shit, Austin Stack went there too. Like, in a good way. I'm stoked for him. It sounds like a fucking perfect fit, doesn't it?
Yeah, dude, that guy's such a stud. Oh my god. Yeah, but I know he moved out of the Northwest. I think he's out there somewhere.
He should be in movies. He could play like The Thing or The Incredible Hulk or he should be some sort of Marvel hero.
Dude, and he's got that voice to go with the physique too.
Yeah. So what a freak of nature. Okay, coaching at athletes at a crazy high level, running the day-to-day of a gym, having a championship, having 2 daughters, and then I didn't know this was a yearly thing. By the way, your newsletter is beautiful. So tell me about this race. Is it 3 years in a row that you've been putting to assembling a posse and going out on a run?
Yeah, pretty much. Although I cannot take credit for assembling the posse. It was actually a friend of mine that I met through the gym that introduced me to a sport that I had never even heard of it. I didn't know it was a thing, but it's called adventure racing. And yeah, he was like, hey, do you want to do this race? And I was like, sure, what is it? And he was like, oh, we're going to go like run, bike, paddle, across the mountains, and we'll have some fun. And I was like, okay, sure, sounds awesome. He didn't tell me it was like, 6 days long or something like that at the time when I said yeah. So That was yeah, I think that was 2021. We did our first expedition. When I was competing in 800s and sometimes a mile, but I wasn't a long distance runner. I have done more running for sure since since I got out of like competing in CrossFit regularly. Just because I really enjoy being outside and just running on trails and seeing some country and getting out in the mountains. It's just something it doesn't feel like working out or training. It's just fun for me. So yeah.
This race that you did was dangerous. This last race you did was dangerous. I think it's so dangerous that if your wife knew ahead of time, she may have asked you not to do it.
You're probably right.
You have 2 daughters. I mean, you know, the audience knows that I'm a bit of a pussy, but it's hairball.
Yeah, I don't know if it was dangerous.
Poison. You swam with poisonous
that,
snakes, and someone took a needle into the leg so deep, and a pocket knife was used to try to extract it. And a decision had to be made to leave the needle in there from the yucca plant because the cut with the pocket knife was too deep. It's fucking dangerous, dude.
Yeah, I mean, some poor decisions were probably made, but the sport in general, basically what happened.
And it's in Mexico.
Yeah, it's in Mexico. Yeah. But you know, just so like to like paint a picture so people know what this sport is. It's basically what it is there's the race organizers are going to give you maps, a set of maps. In this race, there's probably 30 maps, and so they give you a bunch of maps, and there's no set race course. There is just a series of checkpoints and transition areas. So on these maps, there's a bunch of like dots that are checkpoint 1 through whatever, and then there's transition areas. The transition areas are where you switch from running to biking, or biking to paddling, or paddling to biking. So you kind of alternate between paddling, biking, and running. Yeah, and of course there's like climbing and canyoneering, and every race.
Not of course, Adam. Normal races don't have that. Not of course.
Yeah, so the race organizers really.
And there's tons of sleep deprivation.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, and hallucinating.
The race organizers like to highlight the local terrain and like what's around there, and so each race is unique. There's the elite division is teams of 4. You got to have at least one man or one woman on the team, and so you basically try to get from the start to the finish, hitting every checkpoint and transition area in between, and do it as fast as you can. So
tell me about these checkpoints, the transition points, the transition areas. I completely understand. You have to get there because that's a moment when the team changes modalities, right? Okay, take off your running shoes and put on your biking shoes. But tell me about these checkpoints, because there's some crazy stories about a particular checkpoint in your race.
Yeah, a checkpoint is basically something that is stolen from orienteering. It is a little like orange box, like it'll be hanging from a tree or from anywhere. And then
is there anyone there? Are there supplies there, or it's just like, hey, you have to say you were here?
There's a punch. Think of it like a paper punch.
Yeah,
it has like a unique kind of set of spikes. You have a passport, so you punch your passport with the punch, and that proves that you were there.
And that is a component of the race. You have to hit all of these checkpoints. So it's not, when it's a race, it's not necessarily like we think of like a linear race, like me and you start here and here's the finish line. It's like, hey guys, here's the map, here's the 10 how many checkpoints were there?
This race there was 28.
28. Oh God, dude.
Which is not many at all for a race this long. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's not long at all.
Oh my! And how many days does the race take?
We finished in like 6.5 days.
But that's 4 or 5 checkpoints a day. That's not a lot. God, that seems like a lot. Wow.
No, that's not a lot.
Okay.
Usually the length of this race would probably have double that. But
they don't tell you the order to get them. You have to decide all of that, right?
Yes and no. There's a pretty intuitive order in a race this long. Certainly there are sometimes, if there's a collection of checkpoints that are close together, lots of teams might take different paths.
Okay.
But the trick really is the navigation, because you're given these maps, and there's no GPS or anything like that. It's a map and a compass to get from point A to point B. And it's not like you said, it's not a linear race, but think of it as an AMRAP. Your goal is to complete and to get as many checkpoints as possible. And if you clear the course, which means you get all of the checkpoints, then the team that does that the fastest wins.
Is there a final checkpoint that has to be the final one?
Yeah, the race finish. You got to get there to finish.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some sort of line. It's
Yeah.
not like, okay.
So if you get all the checkpoints, and you finish slower than me, but I get to the finish line first and I miss even one checkpoint, then you win because I didn't get all the points.
How many teams?
So this race was unique in that there were a lot of different distances. We were 500K. There was 200K, 100K,
500K,
30K. So I think there was like 80 something teams in those different divisions.
What does that mean, 500K? That means you guys had to cover 90 kilometers a day on average? 80 kilometers
Yeah,
a
it
day?
was supposedly 500 kilometers. There was one team that had their tracker said 592 kilometers. So I don't know how long it was. I just know it was like 6.5 days.
Oh, here we go. Got it. So you're telling me you and these 3 other cats from your gym, are they all CrossFitters from CrossFit Fort Vancouver?
3 of us are from CrossFit Fort Vancouver. One of our teammates is actually from Canada.
A CrossFitter also?
She's not, but she's an honorary one now.
So 319 to about from 320, somewhere between 300 and 400 miles you guys moved.
Yeah, but a lot of that is also on a mountain bike, so it's not like you're just running 300 miles.
But also some of it was on a boat.
In this one, it was almost all of the water was in canyons, like canyoneering.
So swimming.
Yeah, swimming, jumping, rappelling, yeah, all that stuff. A lot of hiking over rocks in water that's like not that deep.
Did you guys do any paddling? Did you ever get in a canoe or anything?
Yeah, there was one paddleboard section. We were on a lake at night in a crazy windstorm, and it was only a couple hours.
I know this is out of order, and you probably want to tell the story in a certain order, but I'm gonna ask anyway. There was another team there that you talk about a lot called the Silver Riders.
Yeah.
And at one point, I thought if I was reading correctly, you guys came across one of their members who had been separated from the group.
Yep.
How does their team separate? Is that like a major fuck up? How do you lose? Did you guys ever lose anyone on your team?
No, it is a major mess up. Yes, especially where it happened was like we were, I think 4 days in on top of a mountain called El Potosi, and I mean this stage of the race was probably 15 kilometers to get to this mountain. We had ridden our bikes to a transition area, left our bikes there. There's 15 kilometers to get to this mountain, and then the mountain is like, it's over 12,000 feet. It's up there. It's high.
Yeah.
And it was just like raining sideways, crazy windy, and you couldn't see probably more than 50 meters. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's funny because we could see maybe 50 meters. It was really rainy, foggy, cloudy up there. It snowed as we were coming down.
Dude, that is nuts. You rode your bike 12,000 feet.
No, this was on foot. This was on foot.
Oh, okay. Either way, and then there's sideways rain.
Yeah, it was a cold day, and actually
a lost racer.
Yeah, so he was he had gotten separate from his team. They were looking for, I know it looks really easy to find the top of a mountain, but they were looking for a path to the top of this thing, and had just gotten separated, which is actually against the rules in adventure racing. You got to be within 100 meters of your team the whole time.
How did they lose him, dude? That is so fucking sloppy. How did they lose him?
Man, it's kind of crazy. Like you're kind of looking around for maybe a route or maybe a checkpoint. There was a checkpoint on top of that mountain. You're looking for stuff, and it's dark. You can't really see anything.
Did that guy have a compass? What was that guy's plan? Because nothing's marked, right? It's just to find your own way, right?
Yeah, I mean, his plan. You have emergency gear, so you have a whistle. So
yeah.
He blew his whistle. That's how.
When you found him, was he blowing his whistle?
He wasn't blowing his whistle when we found him. but he was blowing his whistle. Actually, like we told him like where the top of the mountain was, and right after that, he blew his whistle, and his teammate was close enough that they heard him.
So what would you have done? Like you had a moral responsibility to take him with you, though. Right?
Yeah, exactly. If he wasn't able to reunite with his team, he would have just joined us, and we would have gone to the next transition area with him, and his teammate would have found him. His team would have found him eventually. So,
Dude.
yeah, but that's scary. That's scary. Like if you're separated from your team, there would be no way to communicate with them. You know what I mean? Like so that would be.
No one has a phone. No one has a phone.
A lot of teams will carry one phone as an emergency. You got to have it in a sealed container so that you couldn't use it for navigation. But they do. Every team has a like a radio that you can SOS, like in the case of an emergency. But not every individual has that. So, yeah. Anyway, you're not thinking that clear when you're out there, though. You know, you think about like 3-4 days in with minimal sleep, like your decision making just isn't sharp. You know, so that.
Where do you so day one starts and you guys start racing? Do you start on foot?
Yeah. First, I think maybe first 50K was on foot.
And are you jogging?
Yeah.
And do you have all your food with you, or do they supply food?
No, you have your team is allotted like a couple of bins. Just think of like bins where you would like store your Christmas ornaments.
Yeah.
You see your bins at your transition areas. So you bring enough food and supplies to get you to your transition area. So that could be, 6 hours away on a short leg, or it could be, 36 hours away on a long leg. So you make sure you have enough, supplies, clothes, layers, food, water, whatever to get you.
So you have to put water in that bin too.
No, you carry water. Like we have like just water filters. So yeah, you carry those so you can get water on the way. Some transition areas, it depends on the race. Some transition areas, like they might have water at them. Other ones.
So wait a second. So not only are you racing, but you have to find your own water. So like when you go to these streams, you're filling you're filling up some contraption that filters water for you.
Yeah. It's not.
Have you dewormed yourself since you've been back?
No, I feel pretty good. It's not like it's not that glamorous. It's literally like a water bottle that has a filter that screws onto the top. So then you just like dip the water bottle and you can drink out of there, or you can put it into another container. Yeah.
That's legit. Like I can just do that. Can I just go to like any stream here in the United States and do that? Is that legit?
Yeah, that's legit. Yeah.
Could I pee in it? What if I peed in it?
I don't know. You could. You could. Yeah.
It seems like the gold standard for the test.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure you could.
Right?
I'm sure you could. Yeah. Most of the time when we get water, it's like water that's moving. But
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of times, sometimes it's out of a lake. Like, yeah, it works. So, we haven't died yet.
Crazy. Oh, something like that. Is that what you had?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that would work great.
A survey mate.
Yeah, something like that.
Caleb, would you do that? You were in the Army or something? Did you guys?
I've never had to do that, but
okay.
I know it's a thing.
All right.
Well, like in Mexico, it's pretty standard for Americans to drink bottled water anyway, because
right.
Like
but I just like microplastics. I like microplastics. I don't want leeches and shit. I just want chemicals.
Exactly.
I don't want
that's right.
I don't want worms and bugs. And you could probably take some ivermectin or something just as a precautionary. What's it called? A prophylactic. What's the word? Should he take something, Beaver? I know other people have to take shit, right, Adam? When they come back, dewormer. Ask your team. I bet you they do.
I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe.
You don't give a fuck.
He's looking a little thin. He might need to check for worms.
Yeah. What do you weigh right now, Adam?
Probably like 175.
And how tall are you?
5'9".
And when you were in peak CrossFit shape, as a young man, what was the most you ever weighed?
190.
No shit.
185 to 190, somewhere in there.
You think you had 10 more pounds of muscle on you in your heyday?
For sure. Where
in your ass or in your chest or shoulders or?
Not one spot, just all over. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah, for sure.
You feel better now with that off you?
And I felt awesome then. I feel great now.
Yeah.
I feel better if I'm gonna go do an adventure race or run a long ways for sure, but I don't feel better when I put a heavy barbell on my back, so yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But I feel awesome. It's great.
Bernie Gannon, I like Sevi. Here it comes. But remarks like that would disqualify him from my adventure race team.
No, not at all. That makes it more fun. You need some of that. You're
someone who's just paranoid, scared.
No, someone that just like keeps it light and fun. It's like somebody that can tell stories and keep people awake in the middle of the night. That type of thing.
David Weed, Bernie, Sevan can't even start a fire. That's true. I can't.
You can bring a lighter.
I can't change. I could ride a bike. I can't even change a flat. Anything crazy like that? Any flat tires? Any was there any equipment malfunctions? You're at 12,000 feet and the fucking zipper on your jacket breaks and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah, stuff like that all the time. We didn't have any actually, yeah, we did have a bike tire that went flat multiple times. We had a derailleur hanger that broke on one athlete's bike, and so that was a process to kind of figure that out and get it fixed, because it was kind of working, but it just wasn't optimal for a while.
And so every time you got a flat, someone you would get off and patch it. You had a patch kit?
We had a patch kit. This one was actually just a valve stem that wasn't seated properly, and so we run tubeless tires that just have basically like a liquid glue in there. If they do puncture, hopefully if the puncture's small enough, they'll kind of seal themselves up. But this one wasn't getting a good seal on the valve stem, like on day 2 or 3, something like that. And so it was constantly just having this slow leak. It just got some of that glue that's inside of the tire as a liquid kind of got like gummed up and hardened and just didn't let it create a good seal on the valve stem. So
you guys brought your own bikes?
Yeah, you bring your own bikes for sure.
God, this thing sounds expensive.
Yeah, it's not an easy sport to get into. Like just the amount of gear that it's insane. The amount of gear that you have.
Honey, I know the credit card bill is $5,900 this month, but I'm going to that adventure race.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to leave you alone with the kids for 6 days. I'm going to be worthless the 2 days before, and the 2 days when I get back.
Dude.
Yeah. And I know our insurance went up this month. I told them I was going to Mexico. It went up an extra $100 a month. But yeah. All right. I love you. Bye.
This is spot on.
Dude. Fuck.
My wife, Laura, the day before, she's like, "Hey, have you got that insurance yet? The special insurance for like crazy injuries in foreign countries?" She's like, "Done that yet?" I'm like, "Oh no, I know you sent me that link." And she set it up for me. So yeah, that's exactly.
Oh my God.
The conversation you're having is spot on.
Why are you doing stuff like this? Do you have that itch? Why are you doing this? Why can't you just be like, get a Peloton and just like pick the scariest bike rides in the world and just do do Tour de France? That seems more up your alley. Get a Peloton. They probably have a button that says the Tour de France, and you'll be like, okay, I'm going to do the Tour de France here in my living room.
I don't know. It's just wired. It's funny because like I did a training ride before the race started that was like 145 miles on a mountain bike, and it took a long time. And I have a Concept 2 bike in my garage, and dude, I have so much trouble being on there for 30 minutes, or an hour. It feels so long to be on there for an hour.
Right.
But when you're outside and you're moving and you're negotiating different terrain and you're seeing stuff, like it's just different. It's it's like why do people climb mountains? Because they're there, because you can't. And just that the challenge of doing something that scares you a little bit, that makes you uncomfortable. The results on the other side of that are so cool, and the ability to see places and do things that you just never ever could do otherwise, and doing that with 4 of your best friends is crazy. Just it's something that is hard to describe, but like, man, I'm just grateful to be able to do it.
I will say this: there's a 4-page write-up. I don't know if it's public anywhere, but you sent it to me, and it sounds like a better time than any concert or Palooza event in the desert or any that or Burning Man. Like it sounds like you got your money's worth. It sounds like an absolutely fucking epic epic adventure. And some of the footage I've seen from links on YouTube of people jumping into water holes and the going in those canyons is nuts.
Yeah, it's nuts. And that's yeah, everybody has different things that they like really enjoy, or light them up, fire them up, make them feel alive, and competition is an amazing place to have that experience and to do that with other people. And this sport just, for me, takes that to another level. It's yeah, it's
So you're going to keep doing it. Adventure racing is your thing now. You're an adventure racer.
I mean, I got to get approval from Lauren for the next one.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's something. Actually, I did one with my kids this summer. It was maybe 4 or 5 hours long, and they got to do it. And it's really just a glorified scavenger hunt, And so, yeah, they had like a kids and family version of it, and they again, my kids were scared to do it because they've only seen like these 5-day grueling events. But then we got out there, and they're finding checkpoints, and some of their checkpoints were like a snack or a toy or whatever. And before it even ended, they're like, "Dad, when can we do this again?" So yeah, there's something about it. And to be honest, we included a race in the CrossFit Fort Vancouver Championship. Event 5 was an adventure race with a 75-minute time cap. And we went out there on Sunday morning to this kind of like trail system. And we gave all the athletes a map the night before. We went over all of the ground rules. And at check-in on Sunday morning, it was dark. It was really cold, and it was raining really hard. So this was day 2 of competition. It ended up, people are tired. Not everybody was having a great time when they started.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you the number of athletes that were like, that was the most fun CrossFit event that I have ever done.
Oh.
Like they were stoked. And it's like, it makes sense, right? Because the way CrossFit started, it wasn't meant to be bottled up in a gym. It wasn't meant to be like that our athletes are only good at thrusters and pull-ups, right? It's meant to be a lifestyle of fitness that allows you to be successful in whatever physical demands come up. And so adventure racing is just kind of, for me, it's an ultimate test of like the physical element of, just like being able to endure. There's like, you're going to be uncomfortable. There are going to be some really difficult situations mentally. And then there's also the cognitive ability to like navigate, and read maps and figure out where you are and where you're going. And so it's like just this really unique test of different elements that for me, I feel like my entire life I've kind of led to be able to do stuff like this. And I really, really enjoy it. So yeah, it was cool to share that.
Did you have to change your training at all to prepare for this? I guess you said you did 145 miles on a mountain bike, but is a really good CrossFitter ready for this?
Yeah, you want to get some longer
runs,
some longer training in. Yeah. It's like time on your feet. Like you're going to be on your feet for days and days. So you want, but to be fair, myself and one of my best friends, Ski, we do the class at CrossFit Fort Vancouver 5 days a week, and then we do something outside on the weekend, right? So CrossFit is definitely our foundation, but there's a lot of skill elements to the sport, climbing, mountain biking, that type of stuff that you need to be prepared for.
The name of the race is I Hate Your Mother. No. La Ruta Madre. La Ruta Madre. It's Mexico's toughest race. It might be the world's toughest race. It's nuts. Are you going to publish the write-up you did on it anywhere publicly?
Oh, shoot.
You should, because other people who want to do the race are going to want to read it.
Yeah, okay. I'll send it to those guys. Maybe they'll put it on their website.
You know what I mean? It's like
I'll publish it on CrossFitFortVancouver.com. I'll put a blog article on there.
Because you know what I mean? It's like, like if you know someone who's like, hey, I got ingrown toenails, so you start searching on Google for people who have ingrown toenails, what to do. It'll be someone will type in La Ruta Madre. What does La Ruta Madre mean? Your mother hates you? It's got to be something. I hope it's something nasty. What is it?
Mother route.
Mother. Oh, that's not nasty.
Yeah.
I was hoping that anytime I see the word like mother, if it's the toughest race, it should be like your mother hates you. Tell me about this this dude who got the needle in the calf.
Yeah, I got it. I got a needle.
That was you? That would happen to you?
Yeah, that was yeah, that's a story in itself.
Yeah,
For
can you
sure.
tell me that story? Like build up to it, what you guys were doing, what day it was, how much you had slept, were you hungry, and kind of how you stumbled across this thing.
Yeah. And it's also, man, it's a good time to just to share the amazing generosity of the Mexican people that we met. Like that's like when I think about this race, yes, it was epic. Yes, it was grueling, but what I'll remember forever is number one, just the scenery of that part of Mexico. It's called Nuevo Leon. The race was headquartered in Monterrey, which is actually a city of 5 million people. But
Wow.
outside of that city is just incredible mountains, like huge summits, deep canyons. It's absolutely, yeah, that's right outside of town. And so the topography, the scenery around there is amazing, and it's super rugged. You're not going to find a flat spot anywhere. Once you get outside of town, you're either going up or down.
Okay.
So we started day 2. We were biking. We got to a transition area, and we had a big mountain to climb over called La Cebolla. Just imagine probably 5,000 feet of vertical climbing over really rugged terrain. And we climbed
like
up
volcanic rugged, like, is that what you mean? Like volcanic, like jagged rocks and just shitty, just nowhere to put your foot flat?
Yeah, exactly. But it's not volcanic. It's actually like just ranges. I get into geology. It's just ranges, like parallel mountain ranges.
Okay.
Yep, really high. So we climb up La Cebolla, and it's probably midnight, something like that. It's getting dark as we're getting close to the top on day 2 or the second night. So we're about maybe like right around 40 hours into the race. Nobody sleeps on the first night because it's just, if you're sleeping, you're not moving. So first night, at least all the top teams are just racing through the night. And by the second night, that's when you start to get kind of tired. So we're working our way to the top. Yeah, you can see all those mountain ranges. Yep. So we're working our way to the top of this mountain, La Cebolla, and there's other teams around us. We're not alone at this point. There's other teams around us, and you see teams that are just like stumbling, right? You're going up steep terrain. There's not like one trail. It's kind of like choose your own path type of terrain. Just kind of scrambling up rocks and like game trails and stuff like that. And some teams are just literally like laying on the ground, sleeping, And we got to the point where we had a couple teammates that were getting tired, and I remember we had an interaction that was like, hey, we should probably try to grab a nap. And Ski was
between
like,
you and your teammates.
yeah, because when you start getting really tired, you're not really moving efficiently. You're taking wrong turns. You're like moving slow. You're stumbling. You know what I mean? It's just not smooth. So sometimes grabbing a quick nap is the best fix for that. So Ski's like, hey, let's get 30 minutes. Andrew's like 20 minutes. Ski's like 30, 20, 30. So we're like, okay, I'm gonna set my alarm for 25 minutes. So I set my alarm for 25 minutes, just like laid down on the side of the trail, and I woke up. I mean, you fall asleep. Right
Like
away.
literally laid, like you just go in the fetal position on your backpack, just on the piece of dirt.
Yeah,
Like there could be scorpions or snakes or anything there.
I don't know. It didn't matter.
Okay.
It was cold. It was cold.
Okay.
It was really cold.
Okay.
So I woke up because I was cold, and then like 30 seconds later, the alarm on my watch went off. So I was like, okay, here we go. Just like rattle the cages of the other 3, and off we go. And we get to the top of this mountain. We get down the other side, and there's this little village called La Cebolla, and there's maybe like, I don't know, 3 or 4 little like structures. Imagine like the size of almost like the size of a kitchen or a bathroom.
Okay.
And, this one team was like, hey, they got water here, so you guys can refill. And so we go, yeah, it's just this. Okay.
Do people live in those? That's a
Yeah. Okay. So there's more than 3. Okay. So there's a few little houses there. Can you zoom in on that?
There's not much. And it looks like it's just in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my gosh, there is nothing around there for miles and miles and miles.
There's no electricity there. I'm taking. Is there electricity there?
I don't know.
Okay.
anyway, there's this team. They're like, hey, these guys got water, so they invite us into their house, which is actually just a kitchen. I think it's like a cook shack.
Uh-huh.
So their like bedroom is in one of those other little, like shack things.
Damn.
And so we go in there. There's 2 other teams in there, 2 other Mexican teams already in there, plus the 2 people that live there. So there's 14 of us in this tiny room, and a couple of those guys know English.
And it's 1 a.m. or something? What time is it?
It's 2:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And Jesus and Franca that live there, they don't know any English. I mean, they've been living on the side of the mountain for their whole life. And one of the Mexican racers is like, hey, if you guys are hungry, just let them know. They'll make you some food. And we're like in the States, when you're doing a long adventure race, like, dude, you ain't going into somebody's house. And they are not.
Eat food there? Can you eat food there? What if you get like diarrhea or something, or Montezuma's revenge or some shit?
Yeah, it could happen. But I mean, at that point, you're just we're like overwhelmed that these people are like inviting us into their house at 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
And then they're gonna cook us some food. Like it's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
And then Franca cooks up like this. She's got refried beans. She's got those little potatoes, like cut up papitas. She's got tortillas.
Oh,
and she's got literally the best scrambled eggs. Yeah. She's got the best scrambled eggs I've ever had in my entire life. Like I don't know. She put some kind of like chili in them, so they were spicy but not like overpowering. And it's just basically like she's just feeding racers. And there's just kind of this like culture of like, hey, we got your back. We'll take care of you. And then before we leave, we gave them some pesos. The guy's like, hey, just pay her whatever you feel like. And so we had some pesos in the backpacks, and just like, tell them thank you. Like it was the hospitality, the generosity, because these people, you can imagine, they don't have, they don't enjoy the everyday, convenience.
You're probably the only excitement they have had there in 10 years. You might be the only. I'm trying to think if anyone else from the West has ever even been in this village.
Dude, exactly. I mean,
it's completely off the beaten path. I didn't see one road there that looks like you could even get there by vehicle. It must be just all off-roading vehicles that can get there.
Dude, the roads, I don't know how a vehicle can even drive on these roads. We biked on them, and it's like, yeah, you're exactly right. I don't know how.
Hey, did you? Peters wants to know if you restocked your dildo with batteries. Did you buy any batteries there?
We brought rechargeables.
Oh, good. Okay, so you were fine the whole trip. Don't worry. Thank you, Paul, for your concern. He's good.
Our batteries work in everything, right? Our headlamps, our bike lights, all that stuff.
Hey, do batteries on the headlamps last for 6 days?
No, the batteries will usually last for about a night. So
no, okay.
Yeah, you bring enough with you to make sure that you have enough for your headlamp, and if it's a bike stage, your bike light. And then when you get to the transition area, you got extra ones in the bins.
Okay, so 2:30 in the morning, you guys cheat on the race and stop at a restaurant and eat.
Exactly. Yeah. Us and that was the first time that I remember meeting the Silver Riders. Which is a team that we really became. Yeah, they were the ones that were like, hey, you guys can come on in and grab some food.
You stopped at Denny's for some papitas and eggs.
Exactly. Yep. Just ordered the Grand Slam.
Yes.
Best meal of my life. And we're in there for long enough. They had like they must have had a well or like water coming down the mountain, because we were able to refill our waters there. And then we took off. We took off at the same time as the Silver Riders to get down from this mountain down to, I would just call it like the river valley. And that was where the next transition area was. It's called Los Encinos. And we take off, and it's really tricky. The navigation is very difficult to get off the mountain. There's just like, there's no trail. There's like, it's really easy to start descending in the wrong place. And if you do, there's kind of no way out. You're going to get cliffed out, or just kind of like.
What's that mean? That you reach a point where you have to backtrack because it's just too big of a sheer drop?
Exactly.
Okay, dead end. Okay.
Really rugged. So the Silver, and it was obviously, it's dark at 2:30 in the morning, 3 in the morning. So they decided.
What was the name of your team, Adam? Name of your team?
CrossFit Fort Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah. So we stumble around out there for a couple hours. The Silver Riders decide, hey, this ain't worth it till it gets light. So they went back up to La Cebolla to actually just like get some sleep and chill out, and then try to descend this thing in the light when they can actually find where they should probably go. we're like, okay, we're gonna keep going for it. So we end up, not making really any progress. It's probably smarter to get some sleep in there because you're not really making any forward progress. But when it starts getting light, we do find kind of the way down the mountain, and that leads to that cactus spine that you're talking about, where I like jumped over a yucca plant, and when I straightened my leg, it just stabbed into my calf. And
For those of you who don't know a yucca plant's big. What were you doing jumping over it? It was the only way past it? They're crazy.
yeah, that was not a good idea. Yeah.
So one of those fronds went into you.
Yeah, the end of that thing is like really woody.
Yeah.
It's like hard and woody, and so my leg just like straightened against it. And it's not unique to get poked by stuff. Everything's
and it went through your pants. That thing went through your pants.
I think I was wearing shorts. Yeah, I was. Yeah. Again, I probably should have been wearing pants, but yeah.
So that thing stuck into your calf.
It stabbed in, and I could feel it break off right away. And that, like, you're getting poked by stuff all the time out there. Everything is sharp, so that's not unique. But this was different. Like, I could feel right away that like something wasn't right, and so
Yeah.
I like my brain is like, no big deal, just walk it off. And so I like went down the trail like just a few steps before I was like dropped. Like, I'm like, this is like, I could feel like where the spine was in my leg. I could feel like this physical thing in my leg, and then down into my foot was like stabbing pain. Like
this is day 2 of the race. You're 48 hours in.
Yeah, we're probably like 50 hours in. This is the third morning.
Okay.
And so I'm just like almost like sick to my stomach. I'm like, this thing has got to come out right now. And Ski can see the outline of it. And I'm like, dude.
Is it bleeding bad?
No, it's not bleeding too bad. It's just like you can see this thing went in and kind of went down and in, and you can see like that there's something in there.
So it's a big splinter that's like the size of the tip of a pencil is now broken off in your calf.
Yeah, like maybe an inch long. And so
I'm my God.
I'm like, Ski, you got to get that thing out.
Yeah.
And, we have like a first aid type of stuff. We're like prepared to be out there. But getting that spine out, even with the tweezers, is like, you can't find the end of it. So he's like, all right, I'm going to cut into it. And Andrew's like, nah, let's leave it there. Let's not cut into it. Cause it's, you're just like, what's the best thing to do right here? And I'm like, you got to get that thing out. Like, there's no other option. So Ski takes a pocket.
Because the pain is driving, it's hit a nerve or something. And you have a sensation even where it's not. Like the bottom of your foot's all fucked up from.
Yeah, no, it's more like the outside of my foot, like below my ankle, and like my Achilles, like deep Achilles tendon, like way down.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Whatever it hit, it's I don't care about where the spine is at. It's the nerve pain or whatever down below that.
Here's some ideas, by the way. Jamie Latimer says put some Robitussin on it.
Yeah.
David Wheat said you should have peed on it. So just if you would have had them as partners, if you're looking for partners, they're very solution oriented.
You know what? Hey, we're always looking for teammates. So
yeah.
I'll keep those guys on the list. Anyway, Ski cuts in there. He cuts through the skin. He cuts in. He's like, hey, I'm through the fat. I'm into the muscle, and he can see the outline of it, but it's always like a layer deeper. Like he can't get.
When you say he cut through it, what did he use? He had just a fucking Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, it's a dull pocket knife. It's like a gas station pocket knife. Yeah,
it's not a new one he got for this trip. It's like something he's had around.
No, it's like a new one from a gas station, like just a little tiny one.
Oh my God!
It's not heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yeah, I could find it probably in my garage. But
you got to keep it. You got to keep it.
No, we all had one. We all had like one of these little ones. Yeah. So, dude, he's going to town. It's like I'm just like laying on this rock, and he's trying to get it out. Eventually, they're like, "Hey, we're going too deep."
Nothing that fancy. Nothing that fancy.
No, it wasn't that fancy. It just had a blade. Nothing else on there.
And, I have that one right there, by the way, on my keychain. But I have the one with nail clippers because my kids do jujitsu, so you got to have nail clippers everywhere.
Yeah, dude, and those scissors, those are nice.
Yeah,
should have had that one.
Yep, next time. I bet you wish you had some peptides on you, some TRT, some steroids, some EPO. You take any drugs for this? Did they drug test? Did you take a little EPO? Give yourself a little extra endurance?
Dude, I took some ibuprofen on leave after that.
You did? Okay.
Oh yeah, but yeah, they bandaged it up because they couldn't get it out. So,
but what about the pain? You can't walk. The whole reason why you stopped is because you couldn't walk. They have no choice. They have to get it out.
Dude, that's how I felt. But then they're like, we can't keep cutting deeper to go get this thing. It's because it's like working its way deeper for some. I don't know why. It's like I thought we could just get it out at first, but like it wasn't happening. So they bandaged it up, and we need to be at the bottom of the valley at 11 o'clock because if you don't make that time, basically it's a race cutoff. So if you don't make that time, they're like, race organizers have already decided ahead of time that if you don't make it there by 11 o'clock, you're not going to have enough time to finish the race. So you got to basically then scale into a short course. So we just
scale it. God. And you don't want to do that. Then you're pissed. You feel like a loser.
That's like, I mean, that would take, that's worse.
That's like doing masters at the games.
That no, that's it. It's like
worse.
Yeah. So
sorry, Jamie. I take that back. Jamie Latimer. Sorry.
So we just like stumbled down the mountain. We had 1,500 meters to descend still when that happened, and we realized that we had 3 hours, so we needed to descend 500 meters an hour on like pretty gnarly terrain. Ski took my pack so that I wasn't carrying weight anymore. And
500 meters an hour. God, that sounds so easy. Like even I could do that.
Yeah, it does. It's not. It's 15.
I could bear crawl 500 meters an hour.
Yeah, don't think of it as distance. Think of it as like that's the vertical. So like 1,600 feet vertically. Is 500 meters, something like that.
Okay. I mean, it just must be nasty.
It's rough. Yeah. It's super rugged. But I do remember seeing like you're looking at the river valley and the top of the mountains nearby you are like 8,000 feet of like difference between the bottom and the top. Like we don't have like I've never been around something like that just has that amount of like relief from the bottom of the valley to the top. I think what's El Capitan? It's like 3,000 feet or something like that. This is like huge. It's massive. It's like
dwarfs that shit.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. It's not. I mean, it's not a vertical face like El Cap. That's super impressive. Like Yosemite is amazing too. Like, but
so do you get to a checkpoint and they pull that thing out?
No, we get to the transition area. There's a race medic. We tell him about it. He's like, okay. And
is it still hurting?
Oh, it's like it's bad.
It's ruining the race for you. It's ruining your time. You can't even have fun.
I'm just like my mind is saying like, there's no way that you can keep going. And then my body, and then you're like, no, just take one step. Just like do the next step, take the next step. So I get there, the race medic, he doesn't know any English. So the race director was there. He was doing the interpreting. And I lay down on the ground and he goes in, he takes off the bandaging and he goes in with a scalpel into the hole that Ski had made to try to get out the spine. Well, by that time, my leg is like crazy swollen. So he digs in there. This goes on for literally an hour. He
Adam, did you bring antibiotics? Do you have any like drugs or anything?
No.
So
he's this dude has rubber gloves on, but the race director's like he's poking in there with like just like with his hand.
Would you take in the future? Would you recommend antibiotics for a team? Like what if you got explosive diarrhea or anything?
I got some. But he cut another hole in my leg to try to get it out. And when I look back, I could just see he had this forceps like an inch and a half into the back of my leg, like just digging. I mean, just going to town. Well, this went on for an hour, and he's like, "Hey, man, we got to take you to a hospital because." Did
he inject you with anything to numb it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did some kind of like local anesthetic in my calf. So this was I'm not gonna pretend it was like, oh yeah,
raw dog.
Yeah. But it was this went on for an hour, and same thing, he couldn't get it out. He's like, we got to take you to a hospital to get this thing out. And I'm like, nope, we're gonna like, what are the other options? And
so you heard him be like, look to the guy and go hospital, and you're like, no,
no,
senor.
He was talking to me in English.
Oh.
So then
no hospital, no el hospital.
I'm like, nope, we got a race. So he stitched up both of the incisions he made, and
with the fucking wooden thing in there still, with the pencil lead in there.
Yeah. So he stitched it up, and then he wrote on this piece of paper. He wrote me a prescription and told me to go to.
He wrote on there, "L fucked."
No, he wrote a prescription for this antibiotic.
Those fucked up-o.
We were gonna be in this. We were gonna go through this village because the next stage was a bike stage. So we were gonna go through El Rayones, and he was like, stop at this pharmacy and give them this paper, and they're gonna give you an antibiotic.
Steroids.
Yeah.
Trent.
Yeah. So, dude, I was on antibiotic by that night.
How does this thing eventually come out of you?
I don't know. It's still in there. It's like it's weird because when I got home,
that's what I told my wife, by the way, last night. It's like, when's this? I was like, it's still in there. Chill, be chill.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man.
Hey, dude, I stepped on a puffer fish. I went to Mexico one time as a dirty hippie, just with a pair of shorts and nothing else.
Yeah.
And I was on the beach. It was fucking hot as shit. Not even the locals. They couldn't believe I was barefoot. I was like 5'7". I had 2 inches of fucking dead skin on the bottom of my foot. You know what I mean? From being barefoot for 2 years.
Yeah.
And it was a fishing village, just not a fishing village. It was a fishing family in the middle of nowhere. And I stepped on a fucking puffer fish, and the fucking needle went through that. And I could walk on fire. No shit. The needle went through the bottom of my foot in there, right? And my whole fucking leg went numb, even though it was a dead puffer fish. My whole leg went numb, and I couldn't get it out. About a year later, one day, I'm looking at the bottom of my foot, and this fucking, over like a 3 or 4 day period, this hole opened up on the bottom of my foot, and I just barely pushed on the bottom of my foot, and this fucking puffer needle thing fell out.
Dang.
But it took like a year. I wonder if your body's going to push this thing out eventually.
I think so. You
know what I mean? Like one day, just a hole's going to open up on the back of your calf, and it like makes like the body's crazy. But eventually, it took a year for my body to push it out.
I think that's what's going to happen because like I did go. I've actually gone to a couple of people once I got home.
Yeah.
Well, I sent a picture to my friend that's a nurse, and the surgeon was like, "Hey, like you gotta go in because that looks like compartment syndrome." Because my leg was huge by the time, like I could race, and it was.
Did it hurt? Did the pain ever go away?
No, it like the nerve pain down into my foot is like.
Is it still there?
Yeah, and so like, it's gotten better.
Bro, we need to start a GoFundMe.
No, I went to the doctor. That's the thing. I've been there, and one doctor was like, "Hey, I think we're gonna go like do more damage to go take it out since it's like in a nerve," and then. The other one was like, "Hey, we can get it out." So I was like, "Shoot, I don't know what to do." And then the third one is like, "Hey, let's leave it in there for another week, and we'll get an MRI and just get more information." So that's where I'm at right now.
I wonder what Rich Froning would do.
That's a good question. Yeah, he probably wouldn't have got it in himself in the first place. But that part is all.
He'd have cleared the yucca. Holy shit!
Yeah, he would have just went further. Yeah,
you're lucky it wasn't some fucked up. I think yucca might have some like medicinal value too. Maybe you're just getting a big old dose of. A good thing it wasn't like some poisonous plant, right? Although those thorns are obviously on there for a reason to do exactly that. Like don't fuck. Like that's telling everything around me, don't fuck with me. I got 1,000 thorns on me.
Yeah, it's yeah. But
I wonder how many people have been penetrated by that plant, dude. Not a lot.
No, a lot. It happens a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just that this one happened to go into the nerve, and it got so deep that it like.
Oh, you'll never have to worry about diabetes or high blood pressure ever again. There's chemicals in that reduce swelling and help with diabetes.
Nice. That's awesome.
You won't be able to walk ever again without pain, but don't worry.
I'll get off my diabetes medication.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that happened, but the race, like, yeah, the race went on, and it was it was awesome. We like I think we all just are changed because of it. You know what I mean? Like,
you're definitely changed. Let me ask you one more question about the race that you said in there. At one point, there are these checkpoints you mentioned where you have to go, and there's a special hole punch, and you punch your shit to prove you're there. Yeah. And at one point, you guys spent 2 hours looking for a checkpoint that doesn't exist.
Oh yeah, that was frustrating.
I would fucking kill someone. Tell me about that, and tell me about the psychological experience. Do you guys have a powwow afterwards and be like, okay, guys, as a group, let's just let that go and not be mad? Like, how do you get past that?
You don't even really give
No.
you don't give it any of your attention because it's out of your control. It's just like, hey, there's, it was unfortunate because this was on we were paddleboarding across this lake. The checkpoint should have been very simple to find. It was super windy, so it was difficult. And this was the next night after La Cebolla, and it was hard to stay together there because like some people were getting blown around by the wind, and basically we were in this lake where there was trees in the lake.
You were walking or paddleboards?
Paddleboarding, but there's like the lake, the level of the lake. I don't know how this happens, but like the level of the lake is like at the top of like a bunch of trees. So there's like almost like an orchard that's underwater.
Yeah.
Just trees, like skeleton trees everywhere. So it's really eerie, crazy.
So you're in a marsh. I'm thinking Florida Keys. You're in a marsh. Alligators, crocodiles?
No.
Coral snakes, though. Coral snakes.
Coral snakes for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Poison venomous snakes. Okay.
And yeah, there was a volunteer at this place because it was like a transition area. So we get out there across the lake.
When you say volunteer, no habla inglés.
No. So a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
Poquito.
Yeah. So
más o menos.
Yeah, exactly, that much. We get to like where the checkpoint should be. Man, it's not. It should be like a 15-minute out and back. I didn't realize how long we were out there, but we go back and I told this guy like, "Hey, the checkpoint's it's not there. Like where is
Who makes the call?
It's
not. You paddle out to this tree where there's supposed to be hanging a tree that's in the middle of water. There's supposed to be a checkpoint there. There's not. Who makes the call to abandon it? Because now you know if you abandon that checkpoint, you're fucked. Who makes that call?
Yeah, we didn't abandon it, but I wanted to go back to the volunteer and be like, "Hey, what's up? Is there really a checkpoint out there?"
So you have to make the decision. You're already exhausted. Hey, I have to fucking paddle back now across this lake or this marsh and talk to this guy who doesn't speak English. Hey, where the fuck is the checkpoint?
Yeah.
And you know that there's a good chance he's going to be like, I can't tell you. It's out there, asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, but in this case, like he was like, I think he said something like 50 meters from the other shoreline or something like that. Anyway, he's like, yeah, it's like 50 meters in the middle of the lake on the other shoreline. Anyway, he gives me these instructions. I look at literally paddle back out there. Teammates are like in different levels of like being tired and like we're not all like right together at this point. But I'm like, I looked on every freaking tree. Like there's no checkpoint there. And so we're out there for a couple hours, come back again. Like, dude, the checkpoint's not there. And by that time, the race official is there as well, the referee.
Yeah.
And another guy that knows English and Spanish. And
like the Adrian Bosman of the race has shown up.
Mm-hmm, yep. So I'm like, hey, CP16, it's not there. Like,
yeah,
I can promise you it's not there. I'm 100% sure that we were where it should be on the map, and it doesn't exist there. And one of the volunteers goes, oh, and just imagine like it's big waves, so it's like like we're not actually standing up on our paddle boards by this point. We're like knee boarding because the wind will just move you too fast. So and you're just getting sprayed the whole time, and it's cold. It's freaking cold at night. And I'm like, hey guys, this checkpoint's not there. And this volunteer goes, oh yeah, the last team that went through there said that it was blowing around in the wind and they tried to fix it and it blew away. And I'm like,
how the fuck does it blow away? It should be like a steel box or something. Hombre.
It's like,
how do you say wind in Spanish? How do you say wind? Mas? How do you say wind?
Wind?
Hov?
What's
wind? Mas windy. Checkpoint no bueno. No mas. That's fucking crazy. Oh, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah. At that point, after we had looked at, so that could be frustrating. Viento.
Viento. Ma is windy. Hace viento.
Yeah, super windy. So
El fucto, sorrio.
Yeah. So, but at least for me, the feeling wasn't like, oh, we got effed.
El jodido. Oh, like dildo. El jodildo. Fuck.
Like my immediate reaction when they told us that was like, because the race referee, he was like, hey, you guys, because that checkpoint's not there and you guys were out there, we're going to give you credit for the point.
The thing is you can't get these fucking knuckleheads. You not only like lose 2 hours, but you lose 2 hours of energy that they can't give you back.
That was rough for,
Yeah, that's the part I'd be like throwing a temper tantrum. But I guess if you're a good racer and you got a strong mind, you just go.
Dude, and the next the next thing we did, do you know what a cenote is? It's like
No.
a
A
giant
line of blow.
giant sinkhole in the ground.
Okay.
So we bike, we get back on it, we get off paddleboards, get on the bike. People are cold by this point because everybody's wet. And
Yeah.
we have like a 70-meter rappel down into like a giant cave / hole filled with water.
Yeah.
And then you got to ascend that on a single line. Like, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. Wow.
Yep. Yeah, there's a giant. Yep. So basically you're gonna ascend or descend, so rappel down on a single rope and then get out of the water and then ascend on a single rope. It's probably
Justin Medeiros could have climbed that with all three of you on his back.
100%. Yeah.
No problem.
So yeah, and there was actually the team that was ahead of us, they never got out of that hole. They got too cold and like couldn't ascend. So they got pulled up with a winch.
Hey, did you have to help rescue that team?
We did help. We didn't have to, but we did. Yeah, we did.
So
help.
you stopped the race and helped rescue the team that was winning.
No. What happened is they were there before us.
It's a great story. Just go with it.
Their guys got too cold, so like they legit couldn't. I mean, ascending 70 meters on a rope, like it took anywhere from like 20 minutes to maybe like some people took an hour and a half to get up this rope. I mean, it's really demanding.
But you did help them. You did help pull them up.
Yeah, there's like basically like a hand winch. So when they were winching this guy up because he got too cold and he was just like not functioning, and so they winched him up, and he was like near the top. It was dark, so I couldn't really see good, but I could see his headlamp, and they were winching him up 1 inch at a time, so slow. And I didn't realize it, but I was on a different rope, and I had passed him, got to the top, and they were still like cranking him up, literally with like this hand crank.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Ski, hop on there," and we just got on and like cranked as hard as we could for like 1 minute,
and got him up.
No, we got him a little ways up. We didn't get him all the way up. We just we took a couple turns to give the volunteers that were doing the rescue
a break.
Yeah, it's all like.
What if you'd just let go of the handle and like?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it probably had clicks, right? Click.
I think I don't know. I'd never seen anything like it. Yeah, it was
Mexico.
Yeah, it's Mexico, exactly, and that's just kind of how the whole race operates. But you're in it with your teammates, but also the other people out there, that are part of it. So yeah, dude, incredible race and experience overall.
God, you must have been stoked to get to the airport and fly home, though.
Yeah, man. By that long, I mean, dang, you start to miss your kids and your family so much.
When did you tell your wife about the yucca stuck in your calf?
Oh man, I think I gave her heads up when I was on the way home. Yeah. So
you never had a fever or anything weird from that? You never broke out like some infection? Nothing?
Yeah, dude, I had fever every night when I got home.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are either ghosts from Mexico or that yucca thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, dude, in that giant cenote though, my buddy, when we got to the top, was like, "Hey, did you see all those families living down there?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Yeah, like down in the cave, there was kids and families, and they were cheering us on, and they were down there." And dude, there was nobody down there. That's just
so one of you on your team just hallucinated that.
Oh yeah, which is like not uncommon, but it's super funny when it happens. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what it gets weird. It gets weird out there. That's when it gets really fun.
Adam, thanks for coming on. La Ruta Madre. What a crazy journey. Thanks for sharing that. You're a fucking stud. I always knew you were a stud, but this man. I know you're a humble guy and you're not a attention whore, but please, if you're gonna do events like that CrossFit Championship at CrossFit Fort Vancouver, tell me so we can talk about it and drive people to it.
Dude, I would love to do that. Thank you.
Supporting you any way I can.
Yeah, thank you. That'd be awesome. It's cool to see what just these athletes can do, and it was awesome to be able to serve them in that way. So, dude, thanks for having me on too. It's always good to catch up and tell some stories.
Cool, brother. All right. Take care. Thanks for getting up early. And no, I guess for you it's not early. Thanks for being here, and we'll talk soon.
Dude, thanks, Sevan.
Adam Neiffer, CrossFit Fort Vancouver. If you want to do crazy shit, contact him. Because he's crazy.
He was adorable.
He's living life to the most. God, you're adorable.
Adam's the best.
I just woke up. I went to bed with like wet hair, and now I have like all this hair.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Oh my God. Do you know what I found out yesterday?
Tell me.
Oh, it was so fascinating. I never heard this before. Because this whole beard thing, like it just doesn't do it for me.
Beards like this stuff? Beard?
No, remember when you had that long ass beard forever and it was like this thing? And apparently not many men can grow a beard. So it's like this flex thing where like my beard's bigger than yours,
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy is Jew dudes love me when I have that beard. Like if I'm in New York, like Jew dudes nod you because it's like because my shit just looks crazy like a Orthodox Jew. Yeah.
Yours is big, so
like you get 20% off on diamonds. Mine is big. Thank you.
I knew he was gonna catch that one.
Mine is very big.
Gosh, I have to really watch myself.
Jeremy World, there she is.
Oh, I love Jeremy. I think he's gonna move to my area. He said.
I bet he is.
Yeah, he is.
Beards are makeup for men.
I don't wear makeup, so I don't understand it. But okay.
Sevi with a beard, 102 years old. Sevi without beard, 63. Fair enough.
Damn.
So my Instagram's gone. That's why we were chatting this morning. So that's why you couldn't find my Instagram.
Why? What happened?
I don't know.
The second time because you had that other account.
I bet you if James Neely was my agent, that wouldn't have happened. It's because I got a shitty. Susan's my agent. I got a shitty agent.
Who's James Neely? Wait, who's the shitty agent? I want to know everything.
Just Sousa. James Neely would never let Sporty Beth's Instagram account go down.
I'm slacking.
He's not guiding me well, this Sousa guy.
Sousa's amazing. What are you talking about? He's the best.
Okay, fine. Yeah. What's one Instagram account? Look, I got a new one. That's just my name. I'm fucking cool as shit now.
How did you get that back? Didn't you used to have that when we worked together?
I did not, but now it's back I have 7 followers.
You have 7 followers?
7 followers. Hey, and you know what's crazy is I don't follow really anyone because it's a new account, so there's like just nothing going on there.
Oh, look at you.
That hair, Sevi, is beautiful.
Thank you. I know. I have epic hair.
I mean, that's like a Fabio picture. Yeah. That could be on the cover of like a Mills and Boone romance.
You're not going to believe this, but I actually went down to the beach and posed for that for myself. That's not even candid.
Arms there.
Yeah,
that was planned.
I went down to the beach, I licked my lips, I put my head down. I took like 8 photos. I chose that one.
Did you use a filter?
No. That's my actual skin. I have beautiful skin. I'm on California I'm on peptides.
Oh, yeah, nice plug there, huh?
Yeah. My nails and my hair and my foreskin are crazy glowing these days.
You slipped that last one in there.
That CJC 1295. My foreskin's never been healthier.
Wow. Okay.
Damn.
Okay. Just enough about my health. Let's talk about the health of the people talking about health on February 2nd. No, sorry. No gang signs on this show, please. February 3rd in Austin, Texas. I also heard yesterday on the Weekend Review, Dave Castro promoting it. Dave's going to be there. I'm also hearing rumors that people there will be drinking Jocko Fuel.
Really?
Which makes me think that maybe Jocko might be there. I saw Nicole Carroll's going to be there. I'm just telling you, just rumors.
I don't know anything about that, but that would make me so happy. Not people drinking Jocko Fuel, but if Jocko would be there.
If Jocko is there. Well, he'll be there drinking Jocko Fuel. Yeah, he always drinks it.
Or
he hasn't one of those with the straws. Yeah.
Does he have like a little backpack or a hat?
Do I really look like a tranny in that picture? Sometimes I look in the mirror and I think I look like a tranny. Sevi looks like he's in mid transition in that picture. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm kind of look like a woman.
Really?
Jumped on
I don't know. I could never mistake you for a woman.
All right, good. All right, good.
Ever.
You clip that, Caleb. You could never. That's good for my brand. No one could ever mistake me for a woman.
Never, ever, ever.
Thank you. That's awesome. I want to be just a gross dude. So the summit is filling up. I noticed like you had Nicole Carroll. We had McCoy on here. He was great. We had Dr. McCoy on here.
Amazing.
Who master's in bioethics. He's a physician, but also he's steeped in CrossFit.
Yeah.
Steeped.
He's a part affiliate owner. He's has like a medical practice inside his affiliate. Like he's amazing. He's involved with the physician group out of CrossFit. He's awesome.
And he's got something really cool going on, it looks like, with Tia Toomey over there in Nashville.
Oh, amazing. I know nothing about that, but
yeah, it looks like he's doing something with his practice inside the Proven Camp. And the Proven Camp is beautiful. They just bought this big, massive $6.5 million building that they're decking out. And it's cool. I really liked him. I really, really, really liked him. Yeah, he's going to be great there. And you're here today to talk about, are we giving something away?
Yes, we are giving an amazing thing away. So we are giving away 2 VIP tickets.
Okay.
2 workouts with Dave. So
okay.
You get to like hug Dave because he loves that.
He does. He's very touchy-feely.
So touchy-feely. Like he loves long conversations and a lot of physical affection, right?
Yep.
Sharing his intimate moments. Sharing his intimate moments.
He cares about what you think and how you feel, and he wants you to express yourself to him. Yes.
Opinions very seriously. Loves feedback on the program.
Loves feedback. Oh my God. Send him,
dude.
He loves olive oil. He loves feedback on his olive oil.
I mean, I'm trying to get the olive oil there, but who knows? Like he just blanks those questions when I ask him.
I also heard you're giving away 2. There'll be a 2 corn hairstylists there who will be doing. You can also win your hair made just like Dave's Castro from the games when he had the cornrows.
Yep, I think that's a great idea. That's the Sevan exhibition spot. That's you're sponsoring that. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for confirming that this morning.
The CEO brand.
Very welcome. Very welcome.
So the giveaway. Sorry, Sevi.
Yes. Tell me.
2 VIP tickets. So these are VIP tickets. So you get special seating in the front and you get access to a VIP room. And so you will have more opportunity to network and possibly speak to the speakers.
How much are those tickets if I just want to buy one?
$750 each. So that in itself is like $1,500.
Okay.
So 2 VIP tickets. You get 1 night at Hotel Van Zandt, which it's where we're hosting the event, and it's a beautiful, beautiful hotel. So 1 night stay there, and then you also get 2 workout tickets with Dave. And all you have to do to enter this competition, go back to the first slide, is you have to follow me, Matt Souza, the podcast, because I didn't know that you had this new account, and Dave. Tag a friend that you want to go with. The more friends you tag, the bigger your chance of winning. And then share each slide to your stories. And we will be announcing the winner on Saturday, I think. Right, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me reiterate. Let me ask you some questions here. Okay.
Yeah,
so you need to basically, guys, the most important thing here, it sounds like, is this is a way to get promotion for the event. So do your part, and it could be a great win for you. Basically, you have to share all the slides in your story. So you have to take a shot of that. You have to what is it? You hit that arrow and put post in story, and you have to do that 4 times because there's 4 slides.
Correct.
And then how do we know that people have done that so we can make sure that they did that so that they're entered?
Well, I'm just taking screenshots of every person's name who does that, and that they are doing it accurately. So if they don't share all 4, I'm not taking a screenshot of their name.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and then when you say that there's 2 tickets to the VIP, is that 2 separate? There'll be 2 winners, or 1 winner gets 2 tickets?
1 winner gets 2 tickets.
Oh my God, that is awesome.
Yeah, they essentially have to share. There's only 1 hotel room, and so we can do the hotel room with 2 queen beds or 1 king bed, depending if they're a couple or not. And and workouts with Dave. I mean, that's so fun.
Dude, that's killer.
Yeah.
And where are you going to pick the winner on Saturday?
Here on your show.
No shit. So a week from, what's today?
And we got 3 days. So from now until Friday, then after Friday, we'll have a little bit of time to go through, make sure the winner qualified, and then we'll jump back on real quick and announce who it's going to be.
I want to see, where's my phone? Do we have a guest on Saturday?
No. But
okay,
but we may have Hunter and Hiller on.
Oh, for Saturday morning.
Yeah,
that's going to be a big show.
It's a big show.
Karin, will you come on during that show and tell us who the winner is?
If you'll have me.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Oh my God. You, Hunter, and Hiller on the show doing a giveaway will be absolutely nuts. Those shows are huge.
Yeah.
Hiller,
Those guys are crazy.
perfect. Well, I met Hiller once at the games, actually. He was super sweet.
He's a nice man. He's a very nice man.
Yeah.
Unless you get on his bad side.
Oh, I don't get on anyone's bad side.
You don't.
Unless it's really warranted, then I do.
Oh, I just got a text message saying my toothpaste is about to be made. Oh my, the CEO toothpaste. I'm going to releasing our first product. I've been wanting a product forever to milk money off of the followers. I mean, to share with the world.
To make sure everyone has beautiful teeth.
Yeah.
Wait, Vivi, when's this product going to be available?
That's what I was thinking too. Soon enough.
Soon. I think in the next year.
Oh.
After the behind the scenes come out. Hey, so I will promote this every morning on the show now. So the things I need to talk about every day are the fact that about James Neely. I need to make sure that everyone knows that if you want an agent who I don't know what the fuck he does. If you want to be part of the victim mentality squad, look up James Neely.
Who's James Neely?
Sin agency, but also if you want to go to the health summit, please also bring your A game.
Yeah, bring your A game.
Win the tickets and like force yourself to talk to strangers.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Milk the shit out of this if you get back there, because these are going to be some high profile people. Don't be weird. Just be cool.
Yeah.
I don't mind weird people. I love weird people.
Okay, be weird. Fine. Fuck
I'm
it.
up for that.
Yeah. Don't let me put you in the box. I'm sorry. Fine. Sorry. Take that back. Strike that from the record. Fine.
Just be weird. Be wonderful. I love that.
Yeah, be wonderful. Okay.
Yeah. Matt will be there as well. And I mean, I know getting you anywhere is a real, it's almost like moving somebody cross country.
Look at this. Heidi's going to be there and she's going to be milking people.
She's going to be phenomenal.
And she's going to milk people. In the standing position, which we talked about yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exotic milker.
Wow.
Tell me, I want to run through this day really quick, Karn. You show up there on February 3rd in the morning, you register, and then walk me through the day.
Okay, so Dave's workout is the 12th, the afternoon of the 12th. So you would have to arrive.
No, how could it be the afternoon of the 12th?
No. Second.
I mean second. Sorry.
Second. Yeah. What's a one amongst friends? Yeah. Okay. So you show up on the 2nd. You work out with Dave.
Correct.
Then you sleep in your free hotel room that night.
Correct. Then the next morning at 8
and then that. Oh, sorry. One more thing. And then you're at the bar that night, mingling with Gabriella Lyons and McCoy and Rhonda Patrick and you and shit, and maybe see Souza if you're
definitely lucky. Definitely me and Souza. I can't make promises for anybody else, but I hope so. Right?
Oh, and I just bought Dr. Quadwo's book, so he'll be there. Yeah, Quadro.
He's the nicest man in the entire world. He is so much fun and so cool. So he's a really, really good guy. He will definitely be at the bar with us for sure.
I heard he's paying for all the drinks.
He's a good dude.
I heard you're paying for the drinks with your toothpaste sales.
Dude, I'm going to be a fucking toothpaste baron.
If we get some there, we definitely got to put some out on a booth. I'll sell some toothpaste for us.
Oh my goodness.
God,
you have a nice body. God damn.
Thank you.
Is that Haley?
Please. Yeah.
Hi, Haley.
She's wearing a sports bra and she's in my underwear at the coffee machine. My underwear, her sports bra, my underwear.
We might lose him. He might get milked here.
No, I'm good. I'm back. Okay. Oh, sorry. So Tuesday workout with Dave.
No.
The second workout with Dave.
Friday, February 2nd, there's a workout with Dave, and it's capped at only 50 people. We may open it up to a little bit more. So Friday workout with Dave, and then that night come to the bar and have a drink with Matt and I. And then we just threw that in there. And then the next day we have this full summit from 8 until 5 p.m. And we have all the speakers that you just showed on screen. And we will be adding 2 panels as well that have not yet been announced, but that will be super cool. There will be exhibitors. So, you will have the opportunity to like mingle with guests, and lunch will be served, and drinks the whole day. Well, not drinks, but like coffee, tea, water will be served the whole day. The venue is absolutely beautiful. It's going to be a wonderful experience and a phenomenal opportunity to get to know like-minded people and learn from the best of the best in health and fitness.
And if you have a VIP pass, you'll have access to where the speakers are eating lunch, and so you can see if Rhonda Patrick chews with her mouth closed while she eats a sandwich.
I mean, isn't that why everybody wants to come? Because I can tell you she's not going to be eating a sandwich.
Is she single? Is she single?
No, she's married. She has the most phenomenal husband. Like, he's amazing.
Are any of those people single on the any of the speakers single?
No.
No.
None of them.
Is it a singles meetup?
I mean, no, we're not.
Hey, is the MC single?
She is. She is.
Booyah, Kasha.
Here's the deal.
The main one you want on there.
I'm choosing to consciously remain very single for a very long time. I recently tried online dating. It was a disaster.
I think that just puts a target on your back. I will not date anyone. Oh yeah, bitch. Come on.
Well, it'll take a lot to win me over.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Bring your diamonds and emeralds and your best game, people. The MC is single.
Do you know who did the website for me?
Who?
Leaf.
This website.
Yeah. And
oh my God, it looks beautiful.
The description he had under my name was literally the worst description you've ever seen. In
He's a little bit of a robot. He's good at building shit, but what did he say? Woman. Woman, author. Auteur.
Has been author of Sugar-Free. You know what I mean? Like, once organized a conference in South Africa.
Oh,
like that
shit.
Kind of
Oh, shit. Oh, I know. Look at Cock. Karin will be married in 3 months. I know. I think so.
Okay, we can have a bet on that for sure. Let's do it.
Oh, look at this. Paper Street Coffee is going to be there. Gabe and I will be there too. Holy shit.
Paulina's going to be there. She was one of the first people who purchased a ticket. I love her, and I love
she's
Paper
great.
Street. I'm actually drinking Tyler right now. He's my favorite.
I don't mean to I don't mean to fuck Gabe, but and Paulina is a special human being. Anyone she like Gabe got her to be part of the Paper Street brand, but man, if anyone can poach her, you want to work with her. This is just, like when you meet young people and you're like, oh shit, this person's gonna kill it. Yeah, she's got the work ethic, the smile, the personality, the presence. She's the whole package. She's cool.
And she's a brilliant athlete as well.
Yeah.
On top of it all.
Yeah. Gabe was
be
smart.
That's code for she'd be a great baby maker. Genetics. She's like if you want a D1 athlete.
Yeah, there you go. Genetically,
Paulina's your chick. Yeah.
Listen, I'm not sure Paulina was up for us like trying to hook her up on the show. Like,
I'm not. I'm just saying I've seen her. She's if you're a dude who's like halfway got good genetics, she'll make you a fucking professional athlete. Like this chick's like she's a freak.
Yeah, look at her.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's so nice.
Yeah.
She'll also be there, so part of the VIP.
I come up to her waist, by the way, people, if you're wondering. Yeah.
Paulina will be with us at the bar for drinks as well.
Dude, she's not old enough she is not old enough to be at the bar, dude.
She's gonna hang out.
She's going through puberty still. How old is she? She's little. She's a little kid.
I think she's like 20 or 21, right?
Yeah, I don't think
20. Oh, well.
She probably can't drink more than 2 cups of coffee.
She's sitting at the kiddies table just outside.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. This will be an inclusive event. Kids can sit outside the bar. Look at Ortega knows.
Yeah, Jonathan knows.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I apologize for that. I had no idea
she's 21. She's 21. We're good. Oh,
is she?
Yeah.
Oh, she says I'm 21. Look at Karin's getting really nervous and shit.
Yeah, I don't want to be arrested for something. Yeah. I don't even drink. So to have me arrested for having somebody else drink when I don't even drink would be awful.
How long have you been sober, Karin?
I'm in my 20th year. So like I can only count 20
amazing.
once I've completed that year, this year.
How stoked are you?
It's the best thing in my whole life. Like I would have nothing if I didn't have my sobriety. And I say that with complete honesty. I would lose whatever I put in front of my sobriety, I will lose. I had a conversation about this yesterday. It's
Explain
incredible.
that to me. My sister's 20 years sober, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
I know she's gonna
is.
be like, I'm 21 and a half years. How dare you? She's gonna call me in a minute. What do you mean? Explain it to me. You wouldn't have anything explain that to me.
Well, my sobriety is the most important thing in my life, right? If
Uh-huh.
I don't work my program of recovery, and if I don't constantly work on my character defects by working, and I truly believe in the 12-step program, and better myself as a person, change my mindset, my attitude, call myself up on my bullshit,
Uh-huh.
I will lose every opportunity that I have, because I will go straight back into that active addiction, that even if I don't drink, that dry drunk behavior.
That
With
is a true phenomenon, dry drunk.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. So many people don't drink, but they're still assholes. And so, it's like, it's so important for me to constantly work on myself and put my sobriety first. And sobriety is not just not drinking. It's working on working this 12-step program, working on making amends, taking stock of my day, being grateful, everything.
Oh, what does that mean, taking stock of your day?
It means at the end of the day, looking at my day and being like, well, what was I successful in? What did I suck in? Who do I owe amends to? What can I do better? And how do I let go of this day? And journaling that, writing it down, and then praying and saying good night and thank you, and may tomorrow be a good day. You love that, huh?
When I think of you as this person that is, you don't like to talk shit about people. You have a lot of you're one of those people there's this guy James Neely, and I've been just fingering his anus for the last couple of days, and I don't know if he likes it or doesn't like it, but you wouldn't like doing that to someone because you're a nice person. I can tell you're the kind of person who does not want to hurt other people or even fuck around. You don't play. If I've ever heard, you're the kind of person who if you yelled at your dog, you feel bad right away. You want to be, I think of you as a person who strives to be a good person.
I don't think I strive to be a good person. I think I genuinely am a good person.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. You keep yourself in check. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't suffer fools gladly. If you fuck with my family or my friends,
yeah,
you're
out.
Well,
that's the thing. Okay, let me read about that. But I also see you as a warrior. So you're a fighter, but you don't want to hurt people. So you got kind of this. You got I'm not really a fighter. So.
No, you're a lover. I think
but you're a survivor. You survive shit. If I was on the Titanic, I'd want to hold your hand when I jumped off. Well, she ain't drowning.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? So much addiction, everything's rooted in childhood trauma. I've had a really, really tough life. It sounds and looks like it's been amazing from the outside, but the stuff that I've been through and
that's what
have
you get
gone
for being
through,
so hot.
It's been hard. What?
Yeah, I said that's what you get for being so hot. Good.
Oh my gosh, Sammy. But I mean, whatever.
Life is good too as a kid. Hey, you have a good relationship with your parents, though.
Yeah, I have a great relationship. Well, my mother doesn't remember who I am anymore, but apart from that,
your mom has dementia?
She was diagnosed with Parkinson's about 10 years ago, and then in the last year, it got really, really bad with dementia. Parkinson's-induced dementia, and so she's in a home. My dad had to send her, book her into a facility where people can take care of her 24/7 because he couldn't do it anymore.
In South Africa?
Yeah, in Cape Town.
Dang.
Yeah. And I mean, that's why this health message is so important, because I think there's such a misconception about what health is, and then we don't have to worry about it in our 20s and our 30s, and we only really have to start being healthy at the age of 40, 50, and that's not true at all. I think I was speaking to Nicole Carroll the other day about this concept of training for health versus training for fitness, right? And so many of the games athletes and the really high profile athletes, they train for fitness, and you'll see them eating this awful junk food. And they almost glamorize it. But those diseases, the diseases that show up later in life, their foundation is set when we are young. No matter how fit we appear to the outside, these things take so much time to manifest. And so I think it's so important for us to realize that being healthy is not just this cyclical thing that we go through, and doing carnivore every now and then, or doing it. It's like this consistent behavior that we have to engage in to make sure that we are healthy for as long as possible. It's not about living as long as possible, right? So many people live a long life, but they have carers, they're hooked up to machines, they're in wheelchairs. Like, what's the quality of life? I would rather live a shorter life and be healthy and active and be able to walk around, do whatever like fuels my passion, than be like 92 years old but have to have been looked after for 20 years.
Oh, that would suck.
The burden to society, right?
Yeah. I don't want to be burned on society.
Anyway, so that I think what drives like this passion that I have for health and education, and like why this conference is so important to me, is because people have to realize that it starts like so early on, and the only person who's responsible for our health is us.
Right,
No one
right,
else can
right.
do this for us. No amount of
Right.
money, nothing. I mean, look at Steve Jobs, right? All the money in the world, like all the success in the world, and he dies of an awful cancer, and the suffering and stuff that he had to go through, you know. So it's this equalizer, this big equalizer. It doesn't matter your status, your creed, your financial abundance. Like it can take you out at any time if you don't focus on it constantly.
I'd like to add this on there, though. If you don't try, you won't get there. So it's like smoking. You may have to try 20 times. Good for you. Try 21st time. If you may need to try changing your lifestyle 100 times. And so you maybe do carnivore for a month like me, and then fall off the wagon, and then do carnivore for 2 months, but just keep trying.
Oh,
just keep keep trying. Yeah.
Absolutely. None of us have the perfect thing. I mean, if I look how my stuff's evolved and keeps changing and growing according to how I get to know myself and my body, it's so interesting. I can tell you, though, that the CrossFit prescription is the very best in creating health. The nutrition prescription, the workout, you know what I mean? That sense of community. And that's really what
the support from the community.
That's what we're going to be discussing in this conference. And I had this most amazing talk with Tommy Wood the other day, who's one of the speakers. And he's done a lot of research in this, how communities shape our concept of health and longevity and health span. And if we are not surrounded, like loneliness, the Surgeon General, whatever his name is, like he released this thing about loneliness is the biggest killer. What is
Say that again? Sorry, my mom was calling me. Say that again.
Oh my God, Rosemary, I love her.
I know. Mom, don't call during the show again, please. Sorry, go ahead.
So anyway, so the Surgeon General released this report that said that loneliness is the biggest killer, especially coming out of COVID, and how people die because they feel isolated and they feel lonely. And so CrossFit brings together every component of what we need to be healthy as individuals: a sense of community and belonging, the most phenomenal and effective workout, and this like what we have to eat nutritionally, like what we have to do to be healthy, and then the whole mindset component as well. Like we learn how to do really, really difficult things and push ourselves beyond what we thought we were capable of doing, and that translates into every single area of our lives, not just inside the walls of the affiliate. You can say something now.
I'm just I don't want to say what I'm going to say.
You have to, Sevan.
Jedediah Nelson, easy on the wheelchairs. We still try. Fine. Okay. Fine. A couple of you dudes in the wheelchairs.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, sorry. She's Karin's always hated the adaptive athletes. I'm really sorry.
You're such an asshole.
It's just crazy listening to you talk, because it's just so old school. It's so like I'm like talking to like my like you and I have the same mentors in the space. Like we grew up in that CrossFit where like that's all we're just broken records. Like I'm listening to you talk, I'm like, oh, this is what I sound like 5 times a day. This it's like fuck. This is like, dude, what are you doing? Like just follow that right there. There's the CrossFit Journal. Just follow that shit. You're fine. You don't need any advice from Kaiser or doctors or. I mean, look at even the glass guy on here had a fucking yucca plant broke off in him. They just sewed it shut. He's fine. He's a CrossFitter. Just sew that thing back in there. Yeah.
But here's the interesting thing as well. It's it's just the fitness in 100 words. It's nothing. You don't even have to go any deeper than that. But hey, Stevie, don't you think it's so interesting how Dave has shifted his perspective on nutrition?
You mean by leaning more and more, like getting more and more, removing carbs from his diet more and more? Is that what you mean? And fasting? Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think part of it comes with age too. Like that's the thing.
That's
Part
my
of it
point.
comes with age, right? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Tell me. What do you think? What's your analysis of
No,
it?
that's the point, is that like you think you can do whatever you want in your 20s, and then it starts catching up on you, and then you have to shift and make these changes when you're in your like 40s, because you know you're going to end up diabetic because you have a family history of it. And so
Right.
like if we
Or
can
stroke
really,
or whatever.
yeah, if we can really hammer home that message, and it's just literally like eating clean, working out, having a sense of community, like just go to a CrossFit affiliate that actually understands that this methodology works. If
Which will
you
be
switch
all of them
to
soon,
it,
since the level 2 is required, which will be, they'll all understand.
yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what that crosses
God,
over. But
Susan
Okay, I'm
should
not
fucking
getting into this conversation.
Susan should what?
I'm not getting into. Oh my gosh, you know Susan's video is the most popular video that I've ever posted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What video is that? Where is that? Caleb, do you know what's that? Here's the thing. Susan's fully on board. Susan wants to like make not only the level 2 requirement to open a fucking gym. He thinks that it should be fuck this 5-year thing. He wants to see them even closer together.
Yep.
Oh,
I don't want them
he's
to
all
have to pay
he's
for it,
all
though.
on the. What'd you say?
I said I don't agree with them paying the full price each time. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, instead of being $1,000, he wants it to be $980. But
900
Susan really $999. Yeah, Susan's really all about more and more. And I don't know if he has stated this, but I'm just giving my analysis of Susan. More and more as we get pushed, he falls in the camp of really wanting to improve quality of the gyms in their totality. You're doing stand up.
look how adorable he is.
Look how skinny he is. He looks like a little pinner there. Do you even work out? Let me see that. Play that shit. Let me see what the fuck's going on.
My name is Matt. I own CrossFit Livermore. My business cures chronic disease. Yeah, you like that? It saves lives. And you look better naked.
Wait, hold
It's
on.
the truth.
Hold on, you guys. Susan looks like Quagmire. Giggity. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, wait. We'll come back to Susan in a minute. Let's see. For those of you who don't know, look at Quagmire. Can we play a little? Look at that giggity. For those of you who don't know, Quagmire is the pervert on Family Guy.
God damn it.
Oh my God. Giggity.
Oh, great.
Okay.
Your nicknames are so fucking sticky now, too. I am fucked. Thank you for that. Thanks. That's good.
Hey there, sweetie. How old are you?
16.
18. Here, first.
Mom!
I like it. This is going giggity, giggity, giggity.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
James
damn.
Neely needs a
Damn.
that his whole team. I need to if James Neely's your agent, I need to that team needs a team 0 or something. If you're represented by Neely, you need a nickname. Okay, back to sorry.
Wait, I want to know about this James Neely guy. Like, who is he? I can't even find him if I search for him. Like, how can he be a good agent?
He doesn't want to.
if
Yeah,
he's
he doesn't want to be
not-
found. He represents a bunch of people in the CrossFit ecosystem. He's an agent, and he's been telling people like that they shouldn't come on that they shouldn't associate with me as a person, and people that he thinks for some reason I'm bad or something. I don't know what he thinks. He must have not seen my full resume of what a nice person I am. But I've asked him to stop talking about it, and he won't. So now I'm just going to start talking about him all the time and about how successful he is as an agent or unsuccessful he is as an agent.
Where does he? I mean,
He represents Sporty Beth and Craig Ritchie and the Buttery Bros and others. And a lot of his athletes that he represents, I really like, and they've come on the show. They're great. Here's his crew. These are his people. Brent Fikowski. But meanwhile, these guys, like this guy, Craig Ritchie, I don't know if you know who he is, but he went to the games and he's complaining that he didn't make a lot of money at the games, or that he actually lost money. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I made a ton of money at the games, and and more importantly than I made a ton of money, I'm so proud of my contribution, and everyone's going to be proud of my contribution, and it's going to be great for CrossFit. And I'm more concerned about what I can give to the ecosystem than what I can take from it. as much as I joke around about how much I take from it, I think everyone knows that. Like, I'm fucking here to serve and to fucking give. And you won't see me making videos crying about how shitty CrossFit is or how shitty the games are, like James Neely's athletes. And if you're an agent like James Neely, you should be advising your people on how to what nice things to say about CrossFit and how to make money for them instead of complaining. Oh God, Jamie Simmons is so great. God, she's like, that's like an adult that's a woman amongst girls. You would love her, Karin, this chick, Jamie Simmons, and her husband. They're such good people. Fuck.
We had both.
I take them as neighbors.
Right?
What?
We had both of them on the show, right?
Yeah, for sure. I can't even remember, but I just really like her. Yeah. She's they're so charismatic. She's what's that called when like someone's like super attractive and like you're pulled to them? She has magnetism.
Magnetic.
Hot.
Yeah, they have magnetism as a couple. Yeah, hot. Yeah, right. Thank you. Hot. Giggity.
Oh.
Yeah. No, she's more than hot. I mean, they're both very attractive. But anyway, okay, let's go back to Souza. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by my
Go ahead and skip past that.
By my friend. Let's go back to Souza. Okay, Souza, where are you here? What is this scene here where you're look like you're at a stand-up comedy club?
So that's at a place called Almost Famous in Livermore. That's where we ran the small business mixer I did back in July. And what we did is we set up a camera with Trevor out here, and we did one of these for each of the business. So you came in, if you owned a business, we sat you down real quick, asked you a few questions about it, then we cut that up, and then we gave it back to you for you to put on your social media as a thank you for coming.
Dude, you don't have time for this. What are you doing? You should be just pumping the podcast. Look at you. You're everywhere. Yeah, by the way, don't tell me that Souza doesn't do curls. Look at those fucking arms. It's getting a little weird, buddy. Look at those arms getting a little weird.
Yeah, T's kick it in.
All right,
Wait,
action. Go ahead, Karin.
What can I say? Jano, this is the truth. What is it? It's functional fitness. It's exercise. It's exercise for the body, mind, and soul. I think that would be it. I just think health's on the forefront of people's mind. You know, there's no such thing as a magic pill. You're getting a lot of stuff sold to you, and majority of it is just marketing. It's just there's nothing that's gonna help you more than yourself getting in the gym, being active, and then getting around like-minded people. The energy that's gonna drive from that, I promise, it'll make you better. And the best part about better is you get to define what that is, not me. You come in, you decide that you want to make some changes in your life, and maybe things aren't going right, whether it's work, relationships, or all the above. But I guarantee you, if you start working on yourself, everything else comes back in alignment. We'll get you in the gym. We'll make sure it's not scary. Promise it's not scary. We'll get you working out. All right.
Isn't that
God,
so
that's good? Fuck,
Isn't
Susie, you're a beast. A beast.
It is a beast. So I go, oh my God, okay, it cures chronic disease and you look good naked. That's what I latch onto. Chase Ingram, way better than me, better human. He's like, you define what better is. Simple, elegant, perfect. Yeah, that message was insane, Matt.
Thank you. And I was screaming, Heidi, because we were at a loud party in a mixer and I couldn't even hear my own voice. And David, I don't got time to breathe, baby. I'm fueled by passion. Okay.
Yeah. Breathing
by
for
passion,
pussies.
son. Okay.
Breathing.
I'm not a simple.
You go do your Wim Hof, David. You got to do your Wim Hof. Yeah. Souza is not on Dave Castro's ARM program. Souza is not.
Hey, I'm actually going to be leading my bicep workout at the health for health summit.
Carrie Pierce will be there doing abs by Carrie, and if you want, you can get arms. Fucking, if you want little baseballs on your bicep, you want that little pop. Arms by Souza.
Oh my God! It's all about the squeeze. It's all about the squeeze.
Will Brandstetter, Matthew Souza, is a great chief marketing officer. Great to have him in the C-suite.
I agree.
Do you have your level 1, Souza?
I got my level 2.
He did his level 2 this weekend.
How was it?
That's cool. Second time.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Hey, he called me and he's like, dude, he called me, or probably I called him, and he's driving home from Sacramento. He had to travel a little distance, 100 miles to get it, Karin, and he's like, dude. I go, what? He goes, it's just as good as it always was. I'm like, who'd you have? He's like, Bijie Bing, Jesse Ward, and Zach Pine. Yeah, Souza was stoked. Yeah, which is kind of. he's been an affiliate for 10 years. He's got a little bit of that know-it-all in him. So for him to go there and he's got that entitlement, that 10-year affiliate entitlement shit. So for him to go there and like it's crazy.
Yeah, got a little bit of that egotism. You know what I'm saying?
It's like if someone tells me how to podcast, if James Neely's like telling people not to hang out with me, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm cool as shit. Smile, make you famous.
Hey, you are making James Neely famous. I never heard this man's name until you started saying it. I think you are doing so much more for him than anyone.
He doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be famous. I'm just an agent. I'm just here to help people.
Oh, shit. No truth in that.
It's funny because you see it. So if people realize what you just realized, they would be able to leverage this to their advantage rather than trying to push against it. But that's because they view themselves as the good guys just trying to help. And now we're being attacked.
What? Listen, the only reason he's an agent is because he could never get famous. So now he has to surround himself with famous people so that he can have some validity.
Yeah, and make money off of other people.
That's my playbook.
Let me ask you this, Karin. If a sponsor gives you money, do you feel stressed to make sure that they get their value?
Stevie, I feel stressed about everything. I feel stressed that the attendees are not going to have a good experience. I feel stressed that the sponsors are not going to be happy. I feel stressed the speakers are going to be like disappointed. Like I feel stressed about everything. I feel stressed that Matt's not going to have enough like a good time hanging out with me. Like
right, okay, all right. Like 2 days ago, Susan's like, "Hey, I'm having a call with BIRTHFIT." I'm like, "What's wrong? Are we not mentioning them enough? Are they not happy? Did I say something bad about them?" And because they give us a little bit of money, and he's like, "No, I'm just checking in with them." So he checks in with them, and he gets and I call him. I'm like, "Dude, how was the call with BIRTHFIT?" He's like, "They're a great time. They love the way you're repping the brand. They love. They're getting lots of people who are reaching out and who want to, get consulting with on having babies." And I'm like, so fucking happy because I don't want to take. I want to give more than people are giving me. I want to make sure that I want people to think they're getting something over on me.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
It. Yeah.
And
oh my God, we're killing it. Sevan ain't charging a shit. We're killing it. And I'm like, oh, good. I'm cool.
Yep.
Wait, who runs BIRTHFIT?
This chick named Lindsay Cantu. She's a fucking stud. She just had a baby, and she's married to Lance Cantu, who's old school as shit. He may have been around before me too. He's been around forever. Red shirt.
I think we may have had her on a panel when you're at the games.
You would love her.
I'm sure.
Yeah, she's real but not like, some people who are real, just kind of like ghetto real, like bitch real. She's not bitch real. She's just cool.
That's not real. That's scary.
Yeah, scary. Hi.
Who's that?
Ari. The kids are up.
He's still so cute.
Yeah, I love those boys.
Oh my God, my kids are so cute.
Love hanging out with them.
Look, yeah. How we do it. Sevi did more for Sporty Beth than her agent. Yeah.
True.
I didn't even know.
Oh yeah, this is. Oh, it's one of his clients. Oh shit! Look at this. Wow, Graciano Rubio. I did the BIRTHFIT seminar and highly recommend it. Wow, no shit. Nice. Oh, I'd like to have you on and talk about that, Graciano.
He's coming to the conference just to bring it back to what we're supposed to be talking about, the summit.
I heard that when the speakers are up there, he'll be up there on stage just squatting 300 pounds for reps.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and do the longest squat in the world history. So setting the world record for the longest squat, 45
Haley
minutes.
has to do that all the time.
Flat-footed squat.
Yeah, just fucking longest squat in the world.
Okay, guys, I've got to go take my kids to school.
All right. Everyone loves you. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing your what's that called? Your
presence, grace.
It's like brilliance, but not like, I mean, you're smart too, but like your effervescent, your glow. Thanks for sharing your beam of light.
I love you guys.
Yeah.
So you've always been my favorite person. Like anytime we had a work trip and you were there, I knew, oh my God, look at the child in the background. I knew that we were going to laugh and have the best time, regardless of what was happening.
Always.
You are the best, the most fun. The
Tell James Neely. Tell James Neely.
I'm going to call him right now.
All right, thank you. I'll pass you his phone number. Yeah.
All right. Okay, perfect. Thanks, guys.
Love you, dear. Bye, Miss Thompson. Bye.
Bye.
Karen Thompson, February 2nd and 3rd. 2nd, if you're cool enough to work out with
Senor
if you're
Dave.
cool enough to work out with Dave Castro. If not, then you're not. Caleb Beaver with the repping the Patagonia. Dude, Caleb, wow, are you on a couch? How are you sitting like that? All
It's a fucking wooden chair.
I never seen you sit like that.
He's got the lounge look. He just kicked back.
Caleb, 6 foot. Yeah. Oh shit. Was that at the house? Was that at the Shadican?
This was left over. I was sitting in one the other day, but it broke in half, so I had to switch out to a different wooden chair that was left.
Hey, listen, that's gonna be one of those chairs. Like in 15 years when Caleb's old, and that he's gonna refinish. That's gonna be like a project chair. What are you doing? Oh, this was originally with the house, and I'm just refinishing. Me and my 7-year-old son are sanding it down, and
there are a few things in here that I think we're gonna refinish. There's one of those vending machines, like one of those Beaver vending machines. Like they like put a quarter in, you twist the knob, and it drops out like candy and shit.
I've seen one where you pull it and a pack of cigarettes comes out. Those were cool.
Similar, but not the same. And then there's a old Pepsi refrigerator, like refrigerator, and it's got like a bottle opener on the side with like where it drops the caps into the thing. So eventually we'll probably redo all that stuff.
Oh, that's dope, dude.
North Face out. Wow, Eric, are you from Berkeley? They do have a North Face outlet in Berkeley. A Beaver vending machine. They got that in Japan.
Why is that when we do this view? My face is so freaking close, but your guys' isn't. Even Scott,
I'm like a mile away from my laptop. That's why.
Oh, he's like, "Are you gonna crawl through the camera?" I was like, "I know. That's how I feel every time we go to this view." I need to get a camera. Sevan, what camera should I buy?
I don't know. You're like to set up in there, like for shallow depth of field.
Yeah, and I just need to film shit. I need to like make stuff.
A6700, a Sony A6700, 6700. That's the go-to camera. Hey, so I'm not yeah, that's it. God, it's so nice. It's such a crazy night. I can't even believe there's technology like this.
I know it's got a little package deal. Would that be all I need? That 18 by 135 millimeter lens too, or should I get like a 35?
I would invest in a 24 millimeter. I would invest in a lens that has an f1.8. See that there's those Fs. You need your lens. I would get the smallest, the widest lens you can get, smallest millimeter you can get. That's f1.8. So like 24 millimeter.
Yeah. I was gonna get one and walk down over by like the area, kind of like downtown area, Livermore, and start like interviewing some of the homeless people.
Oh,
and make YouTube shorts out of it.
Oh,
and then test for something that we've been talking about for a while, but just like start cutting some reps and some chops.
The reason why I wouldn't use a 35 millimeter 1.8 is because this camera has something on it that's called a crop sensor. So this is important. Thanks, Ram, for bringing it up. Yeah, probably at least a 20 a crop sensor. So when you put a 35 millimeter lens on this camera, it's probably a 48 millimeter lens. So it's hard to get a wide shot or 1.4. Yeah,
because I like the way that, because when you were going up and filming behind the scenes and stuff, you kind of just you like hold it here, so you're almost like eye level with the people. And I noticed that, but you got to be relatively close, right? So is that the lens that you were using?
I used a 24 millimeter.
Okay.
I don't know if I should. I'm gonna try to show this real quick.
I'm just gonna walk up to him and be like, "Hi, can I film you for a second? I'll give you $10." And they say, "Yeah." I'll ask him like a list of questions, and then I'll contribute a little bit, give him some money.
This is
Michael Wall.
This is like some of the behind the scenes. That's this hasn't been approved. I'm breaking the rules big time by showing this.
Big time. This is crazy.
I'm not supposed to show anything until it gets approved by Dave.
There's a schedule.
But here we go. Here, episode 1. It's in Dave's hands. Oh shit! Me and Mertens. There it is. Back to back. Is my hair really that gray? Look at it.
It's good to be here. Yeah, I'm excited for these bikes. You went a lot of biking last year.
You did? Yeah. Do you feel at home here? Like, hey, I've been here before.
Look at these people. Mertens, Moritz, five big. Look at Souza.
Yakuza. I should have asked. God damn it! I should have asked that guy. Should have bought that jersey off him.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Nick Matthew, Cole Sager.
Mm.
Oh my goodness, some flashbacks. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, look at this shit. Adrian Bosman.
It's so good. There, especially if you're a listener of like the show and you know all like the nuances and like the inside jokes. Like, I mean, it's still going to be great even if you don't. Like, don't get me wrong at all. But like that little extra special stuff that'll be in there that you guys will totally get that maybe avid listeners of the show won't is going to be really fucking cool. And that's one of the things I'm super excited about because there's so much nuance in there and carryover from the show. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait for people to see it.
So just so you know, after every show, we after every one of these we premiere, immediately after there will be a special VIP room that you can pay $50 and listen to me talk for an hour and a half about what that was like filming that episode. So $50, 14 episodes. So that's $700, and you can be in all the VIP rooms with me afterwards.
And you get a free ticket to our live meetup when that happens.
yeah. Starbucks. We're gonna light me up at a Starbucks somewhere. Sorry, Gabe. I mean, at Paper Street Coffee store opening near you.
$50. Maybe I pay that once. Good enough.
Well, then for you, we'll divide it by 14. VIP room with Gevy, with Giggity. Sounds gay. No, what do you mean? Of course it's gay. Yes, it sounds gay.
Giggity.
I pay $50 for a handy.
That's also part of the VIP experience.
For a sitting down handy, it's $75. For a standing handy, it's $50.
If you want to get milked, it's $100.
Yeah.
You lay in a plank and we get underneath.
Would you like me to disarm your erection, sir?
Disarm your erection.
Would you like me to disarm you? Snot pouring on my nose. Oh shit, this looks like it might be good. How we do it? I'm starting a company called No Bullshit, where I tell you up front that my products suck, and once you pay for them, you might not get them.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Jedediah Nelson is always sitting. He only gets the 50. No, he gets to only has to pay for the $75 handy.
Get the option. Fucked up.
He's punished for being in a chair. Sorry, it's always 75 for you. But wait a minute.
It's called a standee.
Yeah, oh my god, I'm gonna ask my wife for a standee.
Oh, well played, Heidi. Well done. Well done.
That's so good.
Throw in the Urban Dictionary, please. Someone wants a standee. Oh my god. Geez Louise. I like it when my jokes make it on the screen. I know. Imagine how high Heidi is. Her shit's always, she's just fucking crushed.
She brings a lot of quality stuff.
She's a screen skank. She's always on the screen.
Yeah. Her comments are good. She's got multiple flavors.
A standee. Oh wow. I got a standee last night in the unisex restaurant from a tranny. It was awesome. Receiving a handy while on the stand. Holy shit. Did you just put that in there or that was in there?
That was in there.
Oh my god. I don't know if I like Heidi more because she has an extensive vocabulary or less because she didn't make that up. Holy shit. A standee. She was so horny when I got home, she pulled down my shorts and gave me a standee. I don't think you really pulled down the shorts for a standee. Just well, I get maybe a little bit. Wow.
You got a little breathing room in there.
A standee.
Oh, that's incredible.
Oh my god. I wonder when the last time James Neely got a hand job is.
Look who wrote it in.
Eaton Holgood. Oh my god. Eaton Holgood. Wow, that's an incredible name, dude. That is wild. Okay.
Oh
Oh, so there's other versions of the standee.
Guess so.
All right. Let me see my phone. Let me see who's on. God, my vision's all fucked up. I got up too early. I'm getting up too early. This 5 a.m. shit sucks. Oh, tomorrow's Greg Glassman.
Yep. You're still doing the same thing, right? Early start.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we better tell him. Hey, there's two things. Wednesday's show, that Coffee Pods and Wads is doing, that Pedro's doing.
Yeah.
I kind of want to troll that show.
What do you mean, like play it on here or like be there?
Play it on here and talk shit about them as they go, like Mystery Science Theater, like in real time.
Oh, while they're live, be live.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So that show, for those of you who don't know, that's a really good show. It's pretty. Pedro is fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. It's this real whiteboard show thing.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? Whiteboard. And
Around the whiteboard?
Yeah, and he already got a sponsor for it. James Neely? Did you get him that sponsor? How's that? Getting people sponsors, James? James, maybe you should find someone to buy all of Craig Ritchie made a video complaining about all the clothes he has in storage, and I kind of feel bad for him. That sucks. He ordered all this hustle gear, and it's just sitting around storage, and he has to pay for the storage of it.
Oh, dude, it's all his cash is tied up in inventory, and he's taking a loss each month.
Yeah, it's to the point where it comes where you just got to give that shit away, right? And you got to get it out of storage so you don't have to pay for it. So
and make a little coin off it.
So I don't know, James. Probably better to be focused on that shit than worried about telling people that it's not a good idea to.
That's interesting. I don't follow Craig Ritchie closely at all, but the size of his platform and stuff, you would think that they would move a decent amount of merchandise. So somewhere along the line, somebody made a decision whether their hands, they got a little too greedy, thinking like, hey, we sold these last two out. We need a ton of inventory on hand, so we don't have that, and missed the mark on the scarcity model. People might have been buying it because it was actually scarce. So that would be, I'd be curious as to find out like what were the things that led up to that occurring and who was making those decisions. Not to blame them, just in general, like just because I'm curious.
You should throw in some words like business acumen and shit into that.
Just like
when you talk about business, just use the word acumen. Yeah, I wonder whose choice that was and what their business acumen is. Yeah, that really sucks, and it will. That's when your overhead's higher than what you really should be paying. That's probably why whatever Craig went through, that $600,000 he lost in the last 2 years.
Thanks.
Or whatever it is he was saying he lost. Yeah, that sucks. Meanwhile, Pedro, just a fucking humble school teacher teaching the second grade to fucking inbred Irish kids on an island out in the middle of the Pacific. Fucking got a sponsor, yeah.
Hey, when Hiller made that video about the Hustle Made stuff, that was again such a huge missed opportunity for collaboration. If I was Craig and I saw that immediately when I saw that video, I would have hit him up and been like, "Hey, are you willing to do something with me? I really appreciate your efforts here. Like, let's try to find
release a fucking no rep shirt through Hustle." Yeah. Immediately, just drop all ego and go. Yep.
So many opportunities. Even just getting, how Hiller is.
Are you an agent? How do you know this kind of stuff? Are you an agent?
No.
Hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Neely can't even offer that kind of advice because he has so many fucking clients. He can't even watch them like that. To that, you know what I mean? Like he can't. He's not.
I would assume that that's his only focus, though, right? Is that list of people?
Dude,
and there's
between watching Sporty Beth videos and probably his biggest client, I think, is Fikowski. So he's probably got to give Fikowski a lot of attention. I'd be kind of bummed though, guys. Listen, Craig gets more views than I have subscribers, and yet for some reason I found the games to be bountiful with opportunities for making money. And I don't even have a clothing brand. I just got a big nose and I hug people.
And you look good doing it.
And I actually work the whole event. I work my ass off, and I give. My product is to give to people.
It just doesn't make sense.
I think he did. I think Melissa. I think Craig might be a really good dude, to be honest. Somewhere in there, he's just in a just got the wrong agent. But he did. I think he did reach out to. I think he did reach out to Hiller and say, "Hey, thanks for your help." What's going to be hard though is when your next 3 videos are still feeling sorry for yourself and your brand is hustle. It's just it's going to be weird.
Yeah. I wonder how much of it too is like the agents feeding feeding into it. Like, oh, you're so good. Don't like, you got to protect your platform. Don't associate with these. Like, don't bring these people on. Like, that could be a negative image for you. Like, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. Stay in your lane. And what people don't realize is like, especially in this world of like, what'd you do for me lately? You really have to keep like reinventing yourself, reinventing your brand, being in the ecosystem and associating with other media outlets that you can that kind of fit. It's crazy.
That's why you keep suggesting we just pivot from CEO to BDP, right? Big Dick Pimp.
That's right. It's just a larger audience pool.
You're always like, we need to rebrand.
Rebrand that shit.
We're gonna rebrand soon. This can't be good right here. Here we go. Hi, Jake Chapman. Sevi, did you see the coin they found with your face on it? No, I didn't, Jake. Tell me about it.
What was it?
Oh, wait. It's something where I get destroyed, I'm sure.
Oh.
Right? It's going to be like a D's nuts joke.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Oh, Craig, has he started doing daily? I mean, that would be smart. He should go back to doing daily shit. Daily shit's is unless you're Tommy G and you're going fucking like Tommy G's like the ultimate in substance, and Craig Ritchie videos are the ultimate in not substance. And I don't mean that as a dig. I just mean that in terms of observation. And so, if you're not going to be putting out substance, the least you should do is fucking get people at least addicted to your daily shit. Get them on some sort of daily dose.
Yeah, and I wonder too if when Craig sat down and was like, "Hey, we could invest a bunch of this money into inventory for Hustle Made," or like, I wonder if there was a conversation of like, "Hey, rather than doing that, what if we took some of this money, invested into media infrastructure, so you could put out more content across more platforms faster with doing a little bit less work? Like, just be the guy with the camera, be the guy talking, then hand that stuff off to your team, and it just gets distributed." Like, if you're going to invest your $600,000, do that and spread that over the next couple of years, just so you just have this sea of content coming across every platform. Like,
yeah.
And then just rebuild and then keep the scarcity model with the Hustle Made. You'd probably end up selling way more t-shirts, but most importantly, your relevance would continue. It seems like it's just him, like filming and editing and everything else. I mean, again, I don't know, but that would be my advice, is like, take some of that money, invest in a media infrastructure, invest in a team.
Hey, what do you think that they see the irony in the fact that the product is called Hustle, but he's not hustling?
Maybe he thinks that he is.
Yeah.
That's his brand.
And the truth is maybe he is. We don't know, but he's portraying it like he's not.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the whole thing, Dan Bailey's working out and snot's pouring out of his nose. And it's because it doesn't have to be, but it's because he's not stopping to wipe it up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's just fucking he's ham. He's hamming. He's hamlito.
Hard as a motherfucker.
Thank you. So yes, but yeah. I'm a fan of Craig Ritchie, and this is hilarious. Oh, thank you. It's my goal to make people laugh.
I wonder if you would find it the same.
James Neely's hilarious. Hilarious. Guess what he's dressing up for Halloween this year?
Who?
James Neely. Guess what he's dressing up as?
Whoa, leech?
An agent.
Oh. Damn.
Ouch.
Oh,
I need a pair of sunglasses, so every time we do an agent talk, I throw my sunglasses on. Just
listen. If I'm an athlete and I'm out there, I would cozy up to Matt Souza and be like, "Hey, Matt, do you think you could help me get a sponsor?"
I'd say, sorry, I'm completely stretched in my abilities here, and I need sponsors.
Do not leave him alone. This is how I do it, Matt. Listen, I really like working out, and I know most athletes out there, like they want agents so that they can work out and like make a living. I have a totally different approach. I work out, and I'm so blessed that I get to work out that I want to help someone else grow their business. Oh, this will so fuck Matt. I'm telling you, someone do this. So Matt, what I want to do is do you have people that I can help grow their business? I know this sounds completely fucking mind-boggling to you fucking scumbag leeches out there, but bear with me here. You fake it till you make it. Look at, I have this beautiful body. I work out every day. I'm way into health. I just want someone to use me. How can I help further someone else's brand?
Awesome.
I don't know. Fucking sounds crazy, right?
Yeah. What stuff are you currently using right now that you enjoy? What brands do you like? Let's talk about
Right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. And thanks. It's nice to have the conversation. See, guys, I already got him in the conversation. That's cool. You'd ask, Matt. I'm really into those barbell cartel pants. I subscribe to the Gains box, even though I really can't financially afford it, but I do. And the Gains box was really cool, and I got these barbell cartel pants. So, and I always get cool shit out of the Gains box. Anyway, so I kind of I go to the Barbell Cartel website, and I think I'd like to take some pictures of myself and send them to them and be like, they can use these to help sell their pants. Do you think you could help me do that? Yeah.
Are you going to work out today?
I am. Okay, actually. I work out 3 times a day, Matt. Matter of fact, I'm working out right now. I'm getting a standing handy. So I'm getting a stand. Matter of fact, I'm giving a standy right now, Matt. Warming up by giving someone a standy.
Let's go ahead and let's take a couple shots. I'm going to walk you through this. You're going to film it on your phone. Make sure that we got it in that cinematic mode. First, you're going to show the logo of the pants. You're going to show yourself adjusting around. I want to see you in the standy position. We're going to do a slow-mo of those pants slowly coming down, focused on the logo only, right? We're going to send it over to my team of editors. They're going to edit it up to make it look real fucking cool. We're going to send it to them for free. And we're going to say, hey, guess what? Sevan loves your guys' stuff. He works out 3 times a day. He's gearing to go up to the games. We have a bunch of cool stuff that we want to collaborate with you guys, but check out this free piece of media that we made to show you what direction we would go and see if it fit and work with your brand.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Okay.
And then boom, we package it up, we send it over. So we're providing value before we ask. And then we say, hey, Barbell Cartel, Sevan really loves to wear your stuff. He does it all the time in all of his videos. We would love to find some sort of partnership here. Are you guys willing to have the discussion? And here's what the video looked like, and we can get some more of these going.
And in the meantime, they can go ahead and just use it because I really like them.
Yep. Provide that value first.
Jeffrey Birchfield sounds like BS. Oh, well. Just telling you.
Sounds like you'll never be a client. We'll get you the bench press spandex. Okay. Hi, Mark Bell. This is my client, Jeffrey Birchfield. He's 75 years old, but could bench press 315 pounds.
355.
He could bench press 355. And here's a quick video we made of that.
Hey, so listen, so that shirt is on backwards?
For sure.
Yeah.
So she put the shirt on backwards so her titties could be in my face?
Obviously.
Oh, that is fucking great. I don't have one of those shirts. I want one so bad. I got the blue CEO shirt. I haven't worn it yet. I brought it on this trip. I'm so excited. Blue is great on me. When I participate in the I've only been on the receiving end of the standee. I'm sorry to say I've limited scope.
That's hardly the fun end.
I've been on the I'm the one getting disarmed, but I pretty much just stand there, just kind of like, hey, if you could hold on to something, it would be cool too. Like overhead, like like a pull-up bar or something. Just stand there.
You just lean in. See, now you're adding modifications. That was the stock standee. Now we added some mods. The hand.
I would lean forward a little. I'd lean forward a little. All right.
So like Jeffrey's in.
Looks. Oh, cool. All right. Yeah. Cool. All right. All right, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Greg Glassman, Caleb Beaver, Matt Souza. Thank you, Karin Thompson, for coming on. I'm excited about the giveaway. We'll be doing the giveaway finishing up on Saturday. It's for the CrossFit Health Conference in Austin, Texas. Dave Castro will be there. Nicole Carroll. Maybe Jocko will be there. Gabriella Lyons. Mr. McCoy. A couple people I can't say their names. Rhonda Patrick. Not because I can't tell you because it's a secret, because I just can't pronounce them. And everyone say a prayer for Adam Neiffer. For those of you who pray that yucca plant thing gets out or something.
Find its way.
Mr. Schindeldecker, good always to see you. Oh, look at Matthew. Let's chat. Look at your first client.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll definitely be working with what Schindeldecker's got going on. I really like his program.
Look at that. Get my wife a job over there. I'm trying to get her a job over there with Schindeldecker. The man who wakes up every day with reason to live, Matt Schindeldecker. Right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.